Deep.
Yeah, because Sophia, you might be on 6 terabytes so far this year. We do 2 more.
Do do do.
8 terabytes.
Dun, dun, dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I better find your love. Oh, I better find your heart. Your love, yeah. Your heart. You. Hey, hey, you. Hey, hey. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You. Hey. Man, I'm so tired, man. It ain't even funny, bro. And they asked me why I go live, Stevie. I'm for real though. It's the last live y'all gonna get for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sleepy. Oh. Well, thank you, Ready to. I'm gonna say, Ready Roxy. Appreciate that. I'm extremely unapologetic. I don't care. I say what I want, daggone. Say whatever I feel, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mike? We back home with it, man. I just came from the store. Don't ask me why we ain't got no cup, daggone me. We just came from the store. I literally just got back in the city about 45 minutes ago. I think I deserve a sip of Simply Lemonade out the, what's it called? I was resting. I was resting up, man, but I had to go to the store because I ain't had no drinks. You can't never rest in the house if you ain't got no snacks. And so I said, bro, I was like, I gotta go to the store. And then I'm like, I don't know, I feel like annoying people some more today. So I said, I'm annoying, bro. I'm gonna stop these live streams in a minute, man. It's gonna be the last one for a little bit, and by a little bit I mean like 2 days. It's not an official one. I'm just doing it for now. I'm about to go in a little bit. I'm not gonna be longer here, bro. I'm tired, but I've been traveling since like 11 this morning. They had me over in Washington D.C. You know what I'm saying? So I was over there for a good minute. Ugh. Hey, Empress. I know I'm gonna go to sleep in a little bit, but I had to go get some juice. I can't go to sleep without my snacks, man. Like, if I don't have these by my side of bed, like when I'm in bed, if I don't got a pack of these or some of that right there, I said I can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep knowing that I'm bare. Like, like I need something that's unhealthy and entertaining in my life. Like, I know I shouldn't. It's an unhealthy habit, but you know what? Who cares? Yeah, I ain't got to be nowhere tomorrow, so like I said, I'm just chilling. I just like to let people know I'm back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been traveling, bro, spending time with the family, taking care of my stuff, man. Uh, every time I'm like, why'd I go live? Like, why am I over here, bro? So, I know I'm a little slow today, man. Steven slow. Catching 2 planes, man. Like, 2 planes make you sleepy, man. Make you tired. Man. What is with all these spam chats here, man? I don't care about y'all. On my original people, man. We got some crazy turbulence on the plane today. I ain't gonna lie though. Some turbulence is making a nigga grab the window. That plane hit the deuce, deuce. You over at Harlem shaking, plane shaking so hard. Deuce, you over. Like, shake it like I saw it, shake it. Shake it like I pull up right. What's up, Will? But yeah, man, like they was in that terminal. I said, look, I was watching the movie. I said, bro, y'all gotta announce when y'all do that, man. You gotta announce it to a nigga, man. We don't know what's going on. I woke up one day on the plane. I start screaming. I ain't know where I was. I forgot I was on the plane. That I paid good money for my ticket, and I fell asleep and woke up and was 30,000 feet in the air. Well, when I tell you a nigga was screaming, shoot, I almost start fighting the passenger next to me. I forget where I am, who I'm with. I said, daggone me, I'm trying to save me, man. Shoot, I'll fight you trying to save my life. I will fight you because I'm trying to save me more than you trying to save me. Like, I love me. I gotta live. Because I lean my head on the window. So you lean your head on the window. You like, what's this rocking? And you wake up and you look outside and you see you like 50,000 feet in the air. So that's why I think I'm gonna freak out anybody, bro. Like you forget that you on a plane. I said, man, thank God it said this thing. If all it has is if it's playing, all it had was a drop chute, like a little poop chute or something. I said, boy, they can just eject us anytime they want. you gotta trust us in their hands, man. Like you gotta trust they ain't gonna do nothing stupid. But the pilot's not having a bad day today. Like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna turn this plane upside down and throw everybody out. I think I'm gonna have me a brownie, man. Shout out to Dallas, bro. We San Antonio over here. San Antonio over here, man. I think I'm gonna have me a snack. You know what I'm saying? The snack that smiles back. So yeah, like I said, I've been in town for about an hour, literally about an hour now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna eat me a brownie. I think I want some brownie points, if you know what I mean. Oh, I miss her. She wasn't black, she was white. No. What's up, Crystal? Well, I had to go to the store and get a drink, man, because I ain't had no drinks. So I'm just like, you know what, man, daggone me, I don't care about nothing no more, man. I'm going to exhaust all my energy. I'm going to sleep good tonight, so I ain't got to worry about it. It's early, so I'm going to go to bed early, so. I say that, I'll be out here till like 3 in the morning hollering. Yo, I never expect to do that at night. I never expect to be on here till 3 in the morning hollering. Bro, I was really about to get off yesterday, you feel me? And I said, I'll get on here, man, and I was on for another hour and 20 minutes, man, hollering, spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it be sometimes, bro. I feel me out, boo. How about I know college basketball? My basketball. Y'all niggas are weird trolls, man. See, I wish I had people like this in my community more like this. They be funny trolling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got niggas that be serious, man. You got women fighting other women, niggas being their feelings and stuff. I don't want to hear about your feelings. Nigga don't care about your feelings, boy. You care about some money, man. What I look like? I care more about a kid cuisine than I care about you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You know, y'all welcome, by the way. I watched it on the plane today. I said, bro, I watched the whole live stream. I need to hear what I was saying. I took it down because I'm like, that's the live stream about nothing. But I listened to the good part, so. I gotta start taking my live stream now because I do too many. So. Why your name XXXX? What are you, an adult content website? What are you? Is that XXXX and Tentacion? Like, I'm a rapper, bro. My name Young Gravy. Young Gravy or Lil Mexico. That's what they call me. No. My rap name is Young Nigga. Young Nigga upgrade to a new rap name. Take the young off of it. It's just Nigga. That's my rap name. Mm. Mm. YouTube really be pushing my stream out to random niggas, bro. Where do y'all be coming from, man? Hummus? What are we, Diddy? Dudes that like Diddy eat hummus. I don't eat hummus, man. Might as well eat a salad. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna be out here till like 2 in the morning. Hey, I know it. I know it. I get to talking, man. It's always the last hour. Usually the last 2 hours, I get to talking. And then, like, that's how it all starts, man. It all start coming out, you know what I'm saying? I'm honestly getting tired of going live, bro. That's why I said I need a break, bro. I'm really gonna take a break, man. I've been doing live too much with y'all, man. Y'all been getting all my funny laughter, man. I ain't got nothing else to give y'all. Even though I'm dirt tired right now, I still feel like I can give y'all something. No Diddy, like definitely feel like I can give y'all some laughter. Round 2. Well, no, I'm gonna save this for the house because I want to go in and eat this. I do, man. I had some foods on here yesterday, man. I don't know what was going on yesterday, man, in my chat, man. Niggas is arguing and having discussions. What's up with that, man? It's always a nigga, man. People be coming over here in their feelings, man. I don't care about your feelings. I be trying to tell people we don't do the stream for feelings, dude. I don't care about no sensitive women. I no sensitive niggas. I don't care about none of that. We don't do that. Hold on. Oh, that's bro. What's up, man? That's dude, King TT. Yeah, that's the one that came. The one that came Sunday. What's up, dog? I didn't know if he was one of these fake random profiles in here. Because I've been getting a lot of random profiles in here, so I can never be too sure. They be trying to ask me, what's your social security? I'm like, well, you know, it is 502. Like, what's your you won $10,000? What's your phone number? I give out my whole personal information and wake up Rob the next morning. Yeah, that's bro. Yeah, that's the guy I was telling y'all, the one that came in. I know I got a lot of people missing right now. I just went live, so everybody's still making their way in here. But that's the dude I was saying Sunday that came. He said, hey, I know you, man. He said, I watch your daddy all the time. He said, it's like talking to a celebrity. I said, bro, I ain't no celebrity, man. Not yet. When I do a platinum record with one of the big names, I'll be a celebrity. I said, nah, man, I'm just Steve, man. I'm not my father. I'll never amount up to daddy. I'll never amount up to Darby in my life. You understand? Never. And I don't want to be. I just want to be me. That's it. I just want to be Steve. Hold on, let me see what you said. He said, did y'all make it back home safe, man? Yeah, man. God bless y'all too, man. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, we had a lot of people out of town Sunday, man. We had a lot of people on vacation, and then some people, I think they had birthdays and stuff, so we had a lot of people that was gone. But I just happened to be there that week, you know what I'm saying? And so it's always like a new visitor, like every Sunday, you know what I'm saying? And so they be like, bro, yes, they say, you don't understand, man. I watch your father all the time. They was like, bro, your father changed my life, man. You just don't know, man. You don't understand. I said, what am I not understand? I said, I probably don't. They said, what was it like growing up with your daddy? I said, like daddy, like, you know. Grew up so close around him, you want to just move out. Daddy made me want to move out at 14 years old, man. Mama and daddy, boy. I remember I was 14, 15. I told Joe, I said, hey, man, we go in half and half on an apartment, man. You want to do it? Because I said, I can't live with mom and daddy no more. I said, daddy, I can't live with you no more, man. He was like, I don't want to be around y'all. I said, well, man, set me free. Set me free, G. I ain't trying to stay here. I said, look, over in Indiana, they was doing apartments for like $500. I said, Joe, you pay $250, I pay $250. We get us 2 air mattresses and a refrigerator with some of these in it. I said, we'll be all right. We'll be cool. Nah, real talk, man. Pastor Steve is a legend, man. Shout out to Pastor Steve, man. I'm saying it like I don't know him. Like, that's my father. Shout out to Daddy. Shout out to Father. Nah, man, but yeah, I don't know if you've been over here to this channel before, man. I usually be doing music over here, but I usually come and go live sometime. I just got back into town. I got back to San Antonio because I live in San Antonio now. And so y'all say y'all in McKinley, right? No, whatever. I got back to San Antonio like about an hour and a half ago. So I'm a little sleepy, so I ain't gonna be on the stream long. I say that, then I'll be on here till like 3 in the morning. I never know what I'm gonna get on here and talk about, man. I talk about daddy sometimes. I talk about realness, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I do appreciate y'all, man, that do love cats. Hey, kid, do you mind, kid? I'm trying to do a stream here. Kids are screaming. Y'all better get y'all kids before I say something to them. You ain't gonna like me. Like I said, Steve's the only person that don't care about a child. I hurt their feelings too. I hurt everybody's feelings, man. Men, women, black, white, big, small, Respucia or daggone Katrina. I don't care. I hurt your feelings. Like I said, I love big women, but I have to hurt their feelings too if they come wrong. You better come correct, sucker. I knows we a nigga out here today, but we's a Negro when I simply lemonade. When you rocking king status, you don't have to drink out of a cup. You can drink out of the whole bottle. It'd be like one of the type of Negroes that go to the club. He be like, he drank the whole bottle of Ace of Spades. He don't want it in a champagne glass, daggone. He wants the whole bottle to make him look like he's important. Like, boy, you ain't important. Yeah, yesterday, what was it going on yesterday? Somebody was mad at some white girls or something. What was that about, bro? What's wrong with people, man? I don't know why Negroes be mad about white people. Like, look, man, look. We know white people, but I said, dude, people was purposely coming over here mad at some white girl. I'm like, we don't even got white girls over here. Yet. Yet. You don't know when we do. You don't know when we do. They're white as these shoes. Yep. I'll let you know what it do, where it do, because it's do what it does. I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, man. I just got back home today, man. Well, that's why I told you, y'all was ready to boot people. I said, don't boot people, man. I'll let people know. And that's why I told people, like, I don't do that, man. Like, we don't be doing no arguing and strife over here, man. And I keep proving my point, dog. Y'all heard what I said. You try to uplift black folk, you know what I'm saying? And then I told you the biggest enemy to another black folk is another nigga. I keep trying to tell you, it ain't white people. It's just Negroes. Keep coming here and bothering people. And I said, this is why we can't get nowhere, man, because you got black women fighting black women. You got black men mad at black men because they doing better than them. You know what I'm saying? Pastor Darby's mortal enemies was other Negroes, dude, because they was mad at him for just doing what he do. There wasn't no white people mad at him. It was Negroes. And that he wasn't preaching to white people. He was preaching to Negroes because they was the ones mad at him. I remember he preached. I remember when I told y'all we came back, we was homeless back in 2009 when he put 15 grand of his money in the church. He went and preached that, I think, a couple of Sundays after that. He said, man, that move cost me 15 grand. Hey, Daddy was mad. It was a Sunday. I remember it was a Sunday at church. And he was preaching. He said, Negroes, that move cost me 15 grand. 15 grand of my own money. He said, you Negroes didn't even want to support it. Oh, Daddy was fired up. I said, you tell him, Daddy. No more big government. You tell him. Like, he was mad too. And I said, 15 grand. I said, Daddy, I would whoop them for 15 grand. I said, we know what we could have did 15 grand worth in 2009. You know what that was worth? I mean, it ain't worth nothing now, but I'm like, it was definitely worth something back in 2009 when the economy was still kind of okay. A year after the housing market crashed, we could have got a house for cheap. You could have saved me a lot of pain and suffering and tears. How much you know, nerd? No, it wasn't. You know what wasn't? Your mom. Your mom was for sale in 2009. Hey, he was angry. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. Daddy was, he said, teach me the crime. Boy, we Christian over here. We don't do that around stuff, you know. I mean, no, I ain't knock you if you is, but, you know, that's whatever. But, yeah, Daddy was mad, boy. He was up there. He was angry. He said, man, I don't trust niggas, man. Hey, that's when Daddy was fired up. He's always been fired up, but there's not many times I've seen Darby, man. Like, Pastor Darby was angry, but that was the time he was angry, man. He said, I remember he was pointing his finger like, that move cost me 15 grand. I don't know, I remember the number, but the number was iconic, bro. He said, it cost me 15 grand. He started talking like Martin Luther King. He was like, you niggas cost me 15 grand. You niggas ain't never satisfied about nothing. You can't go to the promised land with me. He said, rags to riches, nigga. Hey, man. Daddy was so mad. Yeah, Mike, go ahead and boot this weird dude. You spell super wrong too. Nah, he ain't stupid. He's just dyslexic. Stupid. Yeah. Even if I did teach you the Quran, boy, you wouldn't be able to read it because you can't even spell your name right. You won't understand anything that I'm saying, boy. What do you think? A D is a B or something? Like, yeah, Daddy was angry, man. I told you that time Daddy was mad at me, man. Like, he was mad at me. I tell you, it's my favorite story. It's the way he looked, bro. Because, like I said, you know, a black parent look at you like crazy. This is also in 2009. This is a part I don't like to talk about, 2009. This is the year Daddy almost killed me, literally. I tell this story all the time, but I ain't told in a minute. He said, it was the way he looked when Mama told him what I said, bro. And he was sick clear as day. He was sitting on the bed. And you know, a black parent gotta like process what they just heard. It's the way he looked. He looked with this puzzled look. I can't do it with a straight face. He looked with this puzzled look. And then he looked to the side like, no, I didn't just hear him. Like, I know he didn't just say that. And so he was like, who said that? And I said that. He looked to the side again. He said, nigga, are you crazy? He said, nigga, are you crazy? Oh my gosh, bro. He was so mad. He had a tray right there, like the tray where you put your food. He was so mad. He was trying to get up and get the tray off of him. He couldn't even get up. That's how mad he was. He couldn't even get up, bro. He said, nigga. When he got out, I said, oh yeah, you are about to die. He's moving at Mach 10 speed. He's just stuck right now. Look, he got stuck in his own rage, man. I said, oh yeah, I'm not gonna make it till tomorrow because the next day was Sunday. And I said, yeah, I'm not gonna be at church tomorrow. He said, let me tell you something, nigga. That's what he said. He said, look here, nigga, let me tell you something. Oh my gosh. He said, you don't know. He said, son, you don't know. He said, you don't know. He said, I was a young teenager at the time. He said, bro, what's up, Rashad? He said, bro, he said, you don't know, I already made a decision. Because that's when I was a teenager trying to buff up and thinking I was going to be tough towards mama and my sisters. He said, look here, little nigga. He said, I already made a decision. If you ever put your hands on your mama, he said, I'm going to pull a bullet in you. And he said, I'm going to kill you. And then I'm going to go to jail and go witness to them. And he said, my wife going to take over my ministry. I said, why would you shoot me? I said, Daddy, I'm just a child. I'm just a boy. Hey, man. He said, I do prison ministry. Oh, no. I said, the funniest thing was that he was dead serious. Wasn't a smile on his face. He was dead serious. I said, man. That's when I knew, don't mess with Daddy, because I'm like, no, Daddy really will kill you. Like, he really will do something to you. And so I started checking out a lot of his background because everybody kept running to me. They said, bro, your daddy, man. They said, your daddy was like knocking suckers out, man. Like, he knocked fools out. And so they was like, yo, nobody wanted to try this dude. Everybody was scared of Daddy, man. To this day, he's dead, but they still won't disrespect him, dude. And they only do it on the internet. They won't do it to his face. Like, they wouldn't do it to his face. So I said, that's the one reputation I got to uphold to Daddy's. I ain't going to take no disrespect neither. So when I see you owe me that fade. Some dude talking about, yeah, I don't, somebody was mad at Pastor Darby. I said, well, buddy, when you see me in real life, just know you owe me that fade too. You can run one since you want to run that mouth. Like, you gonna see. And then they see me all the time. They just know not to walk up to me because you're going to be laying on that neck of yours. Like, don't come over here, boy. I don't play that. They be angry all the time. Like, you just supposed to let them walk up on you. I said, boy, we understand your ground state. You won't stand no more. You come over here. They talk about don't tread on me. I'm going to tread on you plenty. I'm like, since I better Nick can't do this. Well, I'm going to start doing a cha-cha slide on you. Come over here. Yo, that's the sermon I'm talking about. He said, because there was a dude that was trying to size him up. And he was coming, and usually at the church, me and Joe would follow Daddy and Mama to the gas station to fill up his car with gas. But me and Joe happened to go somewhere else. So if me and Joe was there, we would have did something to do. I'd ride around with a baseball bat. So I would have hopped out with the baseball bat, you know what I'm saying? But they happened to go without us. So it was a Sunday after church, and this dude that Daddy knew in the streets, he was trying to ask for some money. He said, nah, man, get off me. He said, nah, man, move. So he was coming out the store holding drinks. Like, Daddy had a big red and a cup of ice, you know what I'm saying? And he was coming out the store, and the dude put his hand over his neck. He's like, hey, what's up, dog? He was like, man, get off me. And dude wouldn't let go. And I think he had dropped his stuff. He said, nigga, get off me. He said, get off me. He went back to the car. He told mama. He said, give me that gun. Give me that gun. I said, mama, you should have just gave it to him. She said, no, because I was thinking like, no, I ain't gonna. He said, I don't care, miss. That's what the lawyer's for. He said, the lawyer's here to get you. And then he stopped and thought. He said, I'm glad you didn't give me that gun. He said, because if you would have, I would have shot that nigga. But that same incident just happened like last week. Somebody was on the property trying to talk crazy to mama. And they was talking crazy to me. They dumped all their trash on our side of the, what you call it. And so this dude gonna walk up like he gonna be intimidating. He said, you ain't gonna put, I said, what you mean? I said, nigga, watch me. I'm gonna put something wherever I want to. No, did he? But I was like, bro, he gonna sit there and tell me what we is and ain't gonna do. So then he gonna walk in the house, and I said, especially in Louisville, if somebody walk in the house, they coming back with something. So I didn't have mine on me. So I said, mama, give me that gun. And so she's like, I was talking, I said, mama, I said, give me that gun. Give it her. I said, because I know I'm situational word. I said, bro, I know what happens, bro. Like I said, I done been shot. I'm like, bro, I know what happens. I said, give it her. And so she wouldn't give it. So I went in her person, took it. I said, give it. I said, bro, I'm thinking this dude gonna come back out with something because he's talking like he gonna do something. And so I'm just like, yeah, we don't play that. I told her, I said, mom, I did the same thing that daddy did. I said, I did the same thing. I said, mama, you stopped a nigga from losing his life. I was like, oh boy. Like father, like son. Hold on. What's up, Chicano? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I love my strawberry lemonade. My lemonade. While we bumping some music. You know. I have no idea what God said. That was his own personal story. I have no idea what God said to him. All I know is what I say to people when they come over here, man. That's what I said. Bro, a lot of the reasons why we savage like that is because, like I said, Daddy was savage. He wasn't soft. Again, y'all see the YouTube side. He wasn't soft on YouTube, but I said, but he was also a person. It's like, dude, he didn't play disrespect. And that's why I said, God help anybody to disrespect the mama. Oh, Daddy didn't play that, bro. I told you I'd be more scared to disrespect mama, man, than Daddy. Because, like I said, you do Daddy, and he'll deal with you. But I said, but you do mama, he's coming. Mama's people's coming. The church folk coming. People that love mama coming. Everybody coming. Siblings is coming. Kids are coming. Everybody's coming, dude. I'm talking about it is a really scary sight, man. Like, I told you, mama's peoples is the ones you don't want to play with. Them is the ones you don't. Them is the ones you go past the church in the West End. You don't go to the West End. Them is all mama's folk. You don't go down there. That's why I said I got a check-in pass, so they know me. Like I said, they know us. But I said I still don't go to the jungle, man. Like, them is the jungles down there, dude. Them Negroes will eat you, literally. I said, boy, them is the savages. We went over there one time for Christmas. It was Christmas, man. And we usually never go down there because Daddy, he don't like being around that side of the family. We all don't. Man, as soon as we pull up, man, they all out there fighting, dude. The women fighting the women, the men fighting the women, everybody out there fighting. We walking past chaos. The people throwing blows. We walking right in the middle of that. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now? And so as soon as we walked in, Daddy said, yeah, I'm ready to go. I said, yeah, Dad, I'm ready to go too. I ain't trying to be around these niggas. You can't do it, niggas. Yeah, shout out to Mom, man. She is pretty, man. She just turned 51 yesterday. Yeah, I think it's yesterday. So hey, man. I got stories to tell y'all. I got very, very painful stories to tell. I had to learn the hard way with Diddy. Because I didn't, like I said, when you I think every teenage boy need to learn that, you know what I'm saying? So they let me know, like he's like, hey man, don't ever what's up me, dude. He said, we ain't cool. He said, son, I ain't your friend. He said, your friends in their home getting a whooping right now. You is. He said, don't you ever what's up me in your life, dude. He said, I don't play that. I'm like, I said, well, dang, I was trying to be cool. He said, no, we ain't cool. He said, I ain't your friend, dude. He said, partner. He called you partner. I ain't your friend, partner. He'll talk to you like one of the dudes out here on the street. He said, don't be into girls right now. He said, make schoolwork your girl. That's your girlfriend. Yeah. What's up, Rashad? Appreciate that, man. And Rashad love him some Pastor Dog, but I know he do, boy. He came into, he said, man, your father changed my life. They all say that. Like, your father, that's the first words that everybody say. I'm like, well, dang, I got to watch him again just to see what I'm missing. Like, I said, man. And then I watched him again, too, and I'm just like, dang, man, that word was cold. I ain't gonna lie, that word was fire, man. Like, and I was there. But it hits different when you watch it the second or third time. I said, bro, it hit different. So see, it hit different when you watch. See, do your homework on Pastor Darby. It hit different when you watch it a third time. See, J-Man tell you, it hit different. I know. Not to meet him, but we just running late. Oh yeah, I know, bro. I know you had to get back on the road. That's why I figured, man. I was like, yeah, everybody got to hit the road, bro. I understand that, bro. Yeah, but y'all good people, man. I told mom about y'all too. I told her y'all was from Texas, and y'all was saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, yeah. She's like, that's cool. Hey, Rashad, I do the same thing, man. That's why I told Daddy. I said, bro, before Daddy died, I was his bodyguard. Cause I told him, I said, Daddy, I get my hands dirty. I don't want you to get your hands dirty. I said, if you need somebody taken care of, you call the cleaner. Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer is corporate cleaners. I said, Daddy, you call me, I'm the cleaner. They'll never see it coming. And so yeah, that's why I said if I was there with him at the gas station that day, I said, yeah, I would have definitely hopped out. Me and Joe would have hopped out and whooped this dude. You know what I'm saying? But we wasn't there. So I always told Daddy, I said, Daddy, look, you don't have to catch a case. You got to preach to the masses. I said, they don't know me yet, Daddy. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I said, what do I have to prove to you, Father? I'm ready. I said, listen, Steve used to be a crash out. I didn't mind. I'm still am sometimes. I'm like, I don't mind being a crash out for my family. I love my family, bro. And so I was just like, yeah. When it come to that, I said, especially the Orlando conference, I told you that even before. That was one of the maddest I seen Pops, man. Pops was, he was heated. Cause they try to talk to him like he was stupid. Now keep in mind, everybody go to our church is real niggas too. They come from the street. So a lot of them is like, they ain't soft. So whatever Daddy was on, they on. And so dude was trying to skim Daddy for some money. He was trying to give him a room because the room we was in had like a moldy mildew type of smell. And they had like some defibrillators in it, and it just stunk. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to tell Daddy, you don't smell what you smell. Like you don't experience what you just experienced. You know how they do that. Try to get on you. So like I said, Daddy a businessman, and Daddy don't play about his money. He don't play about his money. And so Daddy feel like he being played. He's like, dude, I'm paying y'all good money for this. He's like, nah. So the dude was trying to tell him like, nah, you didn't just smell what you smell. So then he went to go get 2 black chefs to come out and be like, y'all smell that? And of course the black chefs are gonna say no because they gonna lose their job if they say yeah. And then he said, boy, if I wouldn't have passed, I would have punched him. That's the key evidence. I forgot about that part. Because I told him, I said, Daddy, he went to go get 2 black chefs. He said, he sure did. He said, boy, if I wouldn't have passed, I would have punched him. And so Daddy brought his brother, his literal blood brother there. And they ran the streets together, so he's just as hood too. And so Uncle was with me. And so he was like, what we finna do? I said, I don't know, Uncle, what we about to do, man? Like, we all looking like what Daddy want to do. We looking at Daddy like, Daddy, what you want to do? We can take care of this. And so he said, nah, man. And Daddy get mad. You don't smell that smell? He's like preaching to this dude. You don't smell that smell? He said, I want you to acknowledge it. You know you smell that. You trying to get over some cool black people? He said, I'm paying you money. And this is how you treat me. Oh, Daddy went on for a minute. Even when the conference started. And he was still talking crazy on stage. He said, I want y'all to know, y'all gonna lose a whole star from me. I'm gonna give y'all the worst review. I said, that man's petty. I said, don't worry, Daddy. They luckily losing a star, not a tooth. I said, Daddy, we was about to get them for you. Hey, we almost slid. I said, listen, I'll slide for Daddy. Hey, man. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, that's why I said Daddy would preach. Bro, somebody got mad at him for preaching in a hat. They was mad because he would preach on Wednesdays. He would usually wear like a hat or something. And some weirdo got on top. You ain't supposed to be preaching with a hat. Like, he was like, dude, shut up. They was all like, boy, shut up, man. Like I said, he had to deal with him, and all them Negroes migrated over here messing with me. I'm like, Junior is not senior. I'm worse than Daddy is. I don't care about nobody, nothing, no how. Like, if it ain't God, Jesus, close family, and lasagna on a Thursday, I don't care about it, man. I don't want you. That tray of lasagna is worth more than your life, boy. Olive Garden 2 for $25 is worth more than your whole existence. I like that better. I will save that before I save you from falling in the lava pit. Like, save the lasagna. Like, you can make plenty of other Negroes. You can't save once in a lifetime lasagna and endless breadsticks. I would save that, boy. Ugh. Negroes being technical and stuff. They was mad at him because he didn't say the letter Y stuff. And I'm like, he was like, dude. And that's why I say he got that analogy. He said, now, I'm a junior, so our name, me and his name is Stephen Lamont Darby, was senior or junior. He said, if I walk down the street and somebody say, hey, Steven, he said, I'm going to turn. If I walk down the street and somebody says, hey, Lamont, I'm going to turn. If I walk down the street and they say, hey, Darby, he said, I'm going to turn. He said, because those are all my names. He said, so when you're talking to God, God knows you're talking to him, whatever name you call him. He said, you ain't got to be technical over stuff, dude. He said, well, Later J didn't exist. He said, well, so what? He said, that's the name that got me saved. I don't care. And I said, that's the name that worked for me, so I don't care neither, you know. Yeah, they was mad because, what's up, Ariana? They was mad because he was preaching in the hat, man. You know who does that? The ones that can't afford hats. That's why they mad, because Daddy looked fly in everything that he did. And they was mad because the man was in his 40s looking fly, got a good word, got a good vision, got a good wife and a good family. Son, they ain't got, and that's why they run around mad, because they wife look like daggone, man, what they wife look like? If they even got a wife. If they ain't got a wife, they got a mama. And they mama look like mama look like a Build-A-Bear Workshop looking like you got stuffed. Somebody was like, your daddy was off. I'm like, yep, so was your mama. That's why you here. Somebody was like, well, they said they always try to come with a comeback. I said, boy, how do you think you here? Your mama made a bad emotional decision, and that's how you here. Then she got an 18-year mistake. I said, listen, buddy, I was playing. You weren't. I was destined. You weren't. Somebody came out talking about Darby's a false prophet, and he's preaching in the name of JC. I said, well, buddy, you can literally go to hell, because that's where you're going to go without JC. I don't know what to tell you. And I said, you came all the way over here to tell me that you don't like Darby? I'm like, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? I said, dude, I guarantee you, nobody likes you or your mama or your auntie or your big granny. Nobody like none of y'all, dude. Like, who cares? You ain't got no real picture profile. I ain't got to listen to you. He said, I'm here to warn you. No, warn me for what? How stupid you is? Like, boy, please. If you ain't going to warn me that Olive Garden's closing in 3 months, I'm like, I ain't got nothing to say to you, boy. I don't care nothing. And I said, well, buddy, it's a good thing I didn't do this channel for Darby, so I don't care what you think. That's why I said I'm going to change my last name to Pickle or something, man. People leave me alone. Like, that's why I said I know when I go places, people be looking, and they be like, hey, I know you. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know Darby. No, you don't. You don't know Steve. I was in New Orleans last year with Mama. And right next to me was this woman. She said, you look so familiar. I said, no, I don't. I said, no, I don't. I don't look familiar. She was like, yes, you do. You look so familiar. And I was like, where you see me at? She said, you be doing live streams, don't you? I said, yeah. She said, your daddy's Pastor Darby. I said, no, he's not. No, he's not. She said, yeah. She said, she showed me on her phone. She said, yeah, my mama be sending me all his sermons and stuff. She said, oh my God. She said, mama's gonna flip when I tell her that I met y'all. And I said, girl, you say it like I'm a celebrity. Like, I'm just me. She said, I didn't think I would ever meet y'all. I'm like, I don't want you to meet me. I don't. I don't know you. I was like, girl, I'm just Steve, dude. She said, you look familiar. I said, I got to walk around with a mask on. People leave me alone. I got to shave my beard. Yeah, Stephen King. Nah, because Stephen King is a scary author, man. They going to think I'm the white man that writes the scary novel books for white people. Well, it'd be more relatable. Hey, man. No, I don't think of myself as a celebrity, man. Like I said, if anything, Daddy way more famous than me. I don't want to be known for Daddy because it's the people he attracts. Daddy didn't even want to have the people he attracted, dude. So, and again, most people cool. Like I said, y'all cool. A lot of people's cool, man. But you got some weirdos, man. They just, like I said, they was mad at him when he was alive. So I mean, they gonna be mad at him. Like I said, they was mad at Jesus. So if they mad at Jesus, they gonna be mad at him. They gonna be mad at me for doing literally nothing. I don't do nothing but just sit out here and drink simply lemonades, eat brownies, and they mad at me. Like, what you mad at me for? And that's why I told dude, I said, wait, tell your mama to watch me. I seem to attract older women. Your mama will love me. I bet you your mama's single. That's why she raised you. And I said, watch, when she come over here, I'm going to pull her and then I'm going to marry you. And then I can technically, legally whoop you because you my son. I have you scrubbing my floors and my dishes, boy. And your mama better not ever take the trash out. I'm willing to give up my whole career for that older woman just to prove a point to you. Yeah, I keep doing me. Yep. Just like somebody keep doing their mom. That's how they got here. That's why I said, I told people, I said, you can't say nothing to hurt me, but I done said it all. Do you understand? I don't like me more than nobody else. I said, dude, I wake up in the mirror every day and talk about how much of an idiot I am. You can't hurt my feelings. Daddy used to slap the bejesus out of me every day. You think that I care what you think of me? If I could take a beating from Daddy, I could take a beating from any nigga in the world because wasn't nobody stronger than he was. I said, Daddy had big old hands. He just, and I was standing there like a tree rooted in the ground, like wouldn't even move. I don't care about some little stick Negro, man, that throw little mama punches. Boy, you better go on somewhere. I would hurt thyself. Hey, my man Frank. Yeah, it's Frank here. Hey, Frank's walking. Hey, Frank, I appreciate you, man. Frank again, coming in the clutch. Hey, man. I appreciate you, Frank, man. And I wasn't even gonna go live today. Like I told you the other day, I was joking on my live stream. I was talking about send cash up because I don't do nothing for no money. But some old sensitive nigga came in and talking about, you're begging for money. I said, yep. And then I said, that's when Frank came in and gave 30. I said, yep. And thanks to Frank, I'm $30 richer than you. I said, don't worry, buddy. I'll put you on my payroll so you won't have to be on the internet begging for money either. I said, well, buddy, learn from me. Sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Hold on. Ow. Ouch. Mosquitoes tearing me up. That's why I said, I don't do this for money. Oh, speaking of which, hey, Mike, I got all Daddy's old messages. I brought them back here with me. I got all the old tapes and CDs, Mike. I'm about to go listen to, hey, y'all. I got the original Pastor Darby. The one that we started out with, the 2003 and 2004 ones, the ones y'all ain't never heard. Yeah, I got those. And I'm about to go listen to them all day tomorrow. I'm going to come back with so much revelation, y'all. I'm going to have a halo float on my head and everything. And be like, yep, the Lord has bestowed thy presence on me because I listen to some real knowledge. I'm like, yeah, y'all can have the YouTube stuff. I got the real archives. I got the real stuff that's under the Vatican, the one that they don't want nobody to touch. I got the real stuff. Oh, this is days work. This is like at least 48 hours worth of word. And I'm going to enjoy all 48 hours. I said, I don't even want them. It's just the fact that I can get them, y'all can't. It's something special. It's mine. They should still work, though. CDs are old, though, but they still should work. But I ain't got no CD player. You know, these computers don't take CDs. Oh, my laptop. Never mind. I lied. I got a laptop. And that right there, I told you, if I cared about money, I would have took his word and made multiple copies and been selling them for $79.99. I would have been selling it. I don't, man. I ain't going to sell his word. Oh, I'm going to hear the original Darby. The one when I was like 6 years old and Daddy was preaching. Yep, that's the Darby y'all wanted to hear, man. I'm going to give y'all like the first 5 minutes, man. The first 5 minutes. And then, like I said, after that, it is what it is. You'll have to come to me for another 5 minutes. That's every $10. $10 for 5 minutes. Y'all be feeling too, like Steve. I'll sell my land and property. You bet not. Nah, I got you. Hey, Frank would be the first one to listen to it. He actually supports and cares about me. Yeah. I might slide Frank a copy, like, here, Frank. It's in a digital cassette form, so you're going to have to decode it. You know what I'm saying? You might have to find a tape player, Napoleon Dynamite style. So other than that, how bad do you want the word? You're going to find it. You're going to find a way to play this tape. Like I said, I ain't even got a tape player, but I'm going to find somebody daggone they do. I'm going to find me something. And I'm going to listen to all that word. I'm going to be sitting there like, oh, yes. Oh, YouTube. Y'all just don't understand. True. I mean, that's why I said I could benefit off of it, but I just feel like that's grimy, bro. That's like really grimy. I don't know, man. Even though that's my family name, I could, but I don't. So I'm like, I feel like that's grimy. Like you using a dead man name. I don't use a dead man name. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, I'm like, I don't want no easy routes, man. I don't do no easy way out. I benefit off of Darby because we Darby, but I said I'm not gonna purposely be like, oh, well, I'm gonna sell his word so I can make a quick buck. Like, nah, I don't do that. That's not cool to me. And besides, that ain't even my property. Like I said, that's church property. I have respect. You know what I'm saying? I have respect for the Stephen Darby Ministries. I don't run Stephen Darby Ministries. And Stephen Darby Ministries is not affiliated with this channel. So I wouldn't put his stuff. I would put his music out. When I find a lot of his old music, I definitely release it. But his word, I'm not in charge of doing that. You know what I'm saying? It was so important. I was about to ask Mama if I could actually borrow this and, let her know, like, hey, I got this. But then again, I don't have to because I can. But I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna release nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? But on one of my live streams, I did play the first 5 minutes, man. It was the first 5 minutes because people kept bothering me every stream. And it was like 5 streams later, they said, Steve, you ain't played it. Steve, you ain't played it. So I said, oh, these people are annoying. So I said, all right, bro, I'm going to play the first 5 minutes of Giant Killers. That's what it's called, Giant Killers. And so I sat right there, turned the music off, and just let them sit right there and hear it. And they all in the background, oh, yeah, this is good. And I said, all right, time's up. And I said, if you want the real word, donate $59.99 each. And then maybe I'll play another 5 minutes. I'll make 10 minutes now, so. Nah, I wouldn't do that. They said, I can hear your dad when you speak. Everybody keeps saying that, man. They say that. I keep telling people, I'm not my father. I'm not my father! Nah, me and Daddy was two different people, but we do got the same like characteristics though. You know what I'm saying? We look alike definitely. We apparently sound alike because everybody and their mama keep saying that. Um, I hear it, but I don't really hear it. You know what I'm saying? But we both are hardcore and don't play with people. And Daddy, you gotta understand one thing about Pastor Darby. Daddy did not like niggas, and that's what he kept saying, man. He kept saying he did not like Negroes, man. Because he said that Negro spirit is deep, and it really is, man. That's why he preached hard, because we had Negroes sitting on the front row that would not listen to him. Prophets without honor in his own city. So, yep, that's when he went to Dallas, and maybe some of y'all cities, Baltimore and all of that, because he got tired of dealing with Louisville Negroes. And I got tired of dealing with Louisville Negroes. It got to the point so much, we got tired of Negroes so much, we all got tired of each other. I was like, Daddy, I'm trying to move away from you. He said, look here, man. He said, it's me and your mama against all y'all. I said, well, brother, all you gotta do is say the time. I will pack my bags and go over to Indiana and find a nice little apartment over there. I ain't trying to live with you. He's like, nah, me and your mom trying to have some time, get out. I said, you act like I want to be here. So your father's ministry changed my life. That's another $5. Everybody says that, bro. That's the first thing they say. I promise you, that's the first thing they say. I love to hear it, but it's just like, you would think it's an AI bot. Everybody says the same exact line. Bro, your father changed my life. Your father changed my life. I said, well, I can change your life more. I got unreleased messages from his. How bad do you want it? I'm like, how much is it worth? I'm like, well, you got to pray that. And I'm telling you, how much is it worth to you? Sell your house. Sell your car. Yep. If you want it that bad, you can have it. My husband not speak about moving away from family all the time. Please do. Well, don't just take my word for it, but I had to move away from my family because we all got on each other's nerves. And then mama's side of the family is somebody you don't want to be around either, so that's all of Louisville. So, but yeah, I moved far away from everybody, man. And like I said, it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice because, like I said, everybody knows us, man. In the city, everybody know me because they don't really know Darby. They know me because of me. But when you go other places, people know Darby, man. So I like going places where they kind of don't. Because, like I said, y'all cool, y'all good people. But some people, man, are just the worst. Like, they are the worst. I be in the airport, and I know for sure somebody. I tell mom all the time. Me and mom was in Dallas. I said, Mama, we're going to run into somebody that knows us. And sure enough, we is in the mall. People run into all the time. Oh, watch y'all. We in the drive-thru. Oh, watch y'all. I'm like, how does this many people know us? I said, you don't know me. You know them. You watch them. You don't know me. Like, that's like, yeah, you the music dude. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just a regular old black man just trying to pick up his coffee. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I ain't gonna really know, Empress. I ain't gonna release nothing. I'm gonna start a war on the internet. Yeah, most people found out about it because, like I said, I did the video on him and I started talking about him in my life and stuff. And I kind of wish I never did that video, boy. That was the worst video I ever did. Like, I don't care about the views, man. I care about, because the views is what brought all the people, man. We had 150,000 people come over here just mad. Well, no, a lot of them was good. I ain't gonna say that, but just sensitive. Some idiot was on there talking about, how do we know you're his real son? I said, girl, if you can't see I'm his real son, then you need glasses, obviously. Why am I gonna get on here and pretend? I would pretend to be LeBron James' son, because LeBron James' name is bigger, got more clout. Why would I pretend to be Pastor Darby's son? Who got time for that? Who has the time for that? She said, has anybody checked to see if this is his real son? Yeah, his son, you idiot. That's why I'm already talking about him. Duh. That's why I said, see, even when the Bible says, even when if they saw, they wouldn't believe. And they sit here seeing Pastor Darby's son talk, I don't believe you're his son. Well, you know what? I didn't do it for you, Negro. I do this channel for Negroes, man. I did this channel for more white people than Australians. My good day, mates. Well, my crocky mates, my kangaroo hopping mates. Welcome to Ag by Steakhouse. We take orders up to here and now. and get a large steak for $24.99. Right on me, crocky. Like, I'd rather have some of them over than have them. Man, nigga, please. Buddy living in Mobile, Alabama, man, trying to come here and spit wisdom. Boy, you live in Mobile, Montgomery, Alabama. Shut up. Your wisdom is Birmingham Street. You don't know nothing. Shut up. You don't know anything. What's up, President? You having Negroes living daggone, niggas living daggone Stockton, California, the worst city in the United States. And they trying to come and spit knowledge. Boy, spit knowledge, pick your trash up out there. Be quiet. All Daddy did was tell folk to pick up the trash. He told fools like, hey, man, clean your community up. Negroes don't want to do that. That's why the West End of Louisville look like the St. Louis, because they ain't picking up nothing. And so we had to go do it. And then when Daddy was out there doing ministry in the West End, some old jigaboo Negro gonna come over and talk about, nah, bro, this is our turf. Like this is a set. He said it like this is church gang block. He said Daddy blew him off so fast. Because Daddy he don't respect you if you ain't real. He blew that dude off. So he said, man, please. So dude couldn't get him, so he tried to go to one Daddy right hand man. And so Daddy told him, he said, hey man, don't listen to that nigga. He said, bro, he mad because we out here doing something for the community. He said, man, don't listen to that old bum. Boy, talking about this church gang over here. Like, boy, shut up. Why we coming out here giving your kids candy then? Why don't your church do it? You know why? Because you ain't got no money. Shut up. Y'all not influential. Y'all word definitely ain't like Pastor Darby word. It's always an angry nigga. You can never satisfy them all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Love you. I got to text somebody. Hold on. Tired of Negroes. Hey, I literally said I wasn't going to be on stream for long. Y'all making me stay on. I'm going to be on here till like 3 in the morning. I promise you, dude. Yeah, Daddy left a legacy, boy, and it's definitely by the way he talked. Because now I used to think, again, I thought Daddy was just a hard man. I realized now why he talk that way, because I got to talk that way. Got a bunch of weirdos coming over here messing with me, man. They be messing with mama. Messing with everybody. Dude swear up and down. They was like, God told me to come tell you. He said, no, he didn't. I'm like, boy, please. Mighty funny, all this music I got out there, God called me to do. They don't stream my music. They don't stream none of my music on none of my other channels, but they won't come and give you a word. I had some old fanboy, man, because I threw him on my chat. He gonna make a video about me talking about, yeah, you wrong. I said, oh, boy, of course I will be wrong. When you ain't invited to the pizza party, boy. Yeah, Steve Jr. is really wrong. And I said, yeah, what's the video I never watched? And that's why, and people told me it flopped. I said, yeah, look at this idiot. I said, boy, now you mad because Pastor Darby ain't your father. Your own daddy didn't want you, man. He dropped you off at the fire station. Never came back with that milk at that Minute Maid. He mad at me. And they want Steve to be a father. Like, I know I'm 30 years old, but I ain't your father, nigga. We ain't friends. We ain't cool, boy. I wouldn't shake your hand virtually. I wouldn't even give you a shout out. That's why I ain't even said his name, because I don't know his name. I don't know this weirdo. He got a whole bunch of Negroes that I actually threw out my community over with him, too. Yeah, he wrong. Yeah, I am sure I'm wrong. And why you watching me? He probably in here watching now. With those cross-eyed look. I'm like, I'm going to make a video about this. They get like 200 views. Ain't nobody watching this dude. He probably want to get 200 views. I said, buddy, make a video to get 5,000 and maybe I'll watch it. You ain't, well, shut up. Like, boy, you ain't never met Pastor. Don't ever assume that you know what Pastor Darby wants. You ain't never met him in your life, dude. You ain't never met him a day in your life, and you never will. You won't even meet me, because when you see me, you're going to be too scared to say something to me. What's up, Sabrina? He said, bro, I need to send you, son. Well, I don't ask for donations, but like I said, right now the rent due and the mortgage coming up, and my FEMA check ain't hit yet. No, shoot, I need about 7 racks. 7 plus 20, yeah, about 7. Yeah, it's right, sir. 27 racks. I need about 27 racks. I owe a lot of people. So I tell foods, man, leave me alone, man. You know how many times I be having a Dragonfly Jones of food, man, because they be coming over here like, bro, leave Steve alone. Steve don't care about your feelings. I had people in my comments yesterday. People mad. I have people all the time in my comments, mad, sensitive. You said this. Yep, I did. And I'm going to say it again to piss you off. And I really do. And when I double down, people respect me. They don't like it, but they respect me. I had somebody I threw out of here like 3 different times, man. She came back 4 times. Still want to be a part. I said, why do you like me? I don't like you. I said, I don't even like you. They still like, I still want to be part of it. I'm like, okay, well, that just shows how real I am. If I was all kiss face and, oh no, baby, come back, and no, I won't be like, people wouldn't respect me. When I realize Steve don't care, you can't hurt my feelings, dude. I look in the mirror every day and be like, Steve, you're such an idiot. What a loser. Like, you're somebody's son, you freak. You filthy animal. How do you live with yourself at night? Yeah, I hurt myself every day, boy. Ain't nothing you can say to me. We done went to school and got the jokes and had a fight. We done said it all. I done went through it with Daddy. We done went through it all, man. Ex-girlfriend hurt me worse than a parachute that didn't work when you pulled it when you fell out the plane. Like, boy, believe me when I tell you, you ain't gonna do nothing to me that ain't already been done. Please. One of the worst feelings in the world is dropping my plate of lasagna, boy, because you can't pick it up and eat it. So, yeah, believe me when I tell you, I've been hurt way too many times. Oh, no. You can't hurt my feelings, man. The only way you hurt my feelings is if you tell me we going out to eat and you don't pay for it. Yep, that hurt my feelings. Now I got to pay for it. I don't know. Oh, who is this? I don't know about a storm, but we did have some flooding here. When I left, there was a lot of flooding. I haven't even checked. I just got back not too long ago, so I don't even know what's going on, man. But I heard it was a lot of people died down here. So I pray for them, man. Like it's crazy down here. But I don't know. Steve, I be talking crazy. But it be true, man. That's why I said, bro, and all of y'all watching me, y'all know I ain't never big to ask nobody for nothing. I don't care about nothing, dude. And I said, but people do want to come over here and be a part of it, man, because they respect me, they respect my people, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Your dad was a beautiful, gifted man. That's another $5. They all say that. Yeah, he was, man. He was. Sometimes I'll be like, bro, like, who is daddy, man? Like, you don't realize how big Darby is because you related to him, so you don't know that, But when you look at other people all over the world, they just like, nah, man, we listen to Darby. They was like, nah, we know who that is. So that's why I said, like, when I go apply to stuff, or like when I put my name on stuff, like I put Darby, and I'm just like, man, I hope I run into somebody that know Darby, because they do. I got a guy here that I go to church with down here. He was like, he said, yeah, man, he subscribed to my music channel. He said, yeah, man, because they don't know Darby. So he was like, yeah, man, it seems like that everybody talk about your dad, man. It sounds like your dad was a really respected character, man, because everybody's in the comments talking about him. And I was like, yeah, like, they was like, who was he? I said, oh, buddy, if only you knew this word, it would change your life. It would change your life. I said, they don't know Darby. I said, I can't put them on that word yet. They're not ready for it. You can't handle it. I said, you need to stick with the milk, and you're not ready for the meat. Like, you ain't ready for that. They was like, yeah, but he sounded like a really respected man. I said, he really is. And then that's when I tell him, like, who he was. You know what I'm saying? And again, most of them I meet, I tell them that. You know what I'm saying? Because they just cool, natural people, man. They understand. And so then when I tell them, I say, yeah, he died. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, well, how did he die? And then I tell them how he died, and then that was it. And then they was like, okay, well, my husband died away, or my brother, or somebody, somebody they know. Because they understand it, man. They natural humans, man. It's only a Negro that want to just believe stuff that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? That's like, well, now they murdered him. I said, well, buddy, how would you know? You ain't never met him. And even if they did, ain't nothing you could do about it. I said, so I don't know what you expect to get from that, dude. It's not a conspiracy. Like, I mean, his own, again, even if they seen and heard, they won't believe. I'm sitting here telling them that they don't want to believe it. So I'm like, okay, well, I ain't got to tell you nothing. People was mad talking about, yeah, I ain't give an update. Like, why we got to update you, nigga? You ain't not boy, believe. I don't know you. I'm like, well, we ain't got to tell you nothing. And I said, just for that, I was going to make a part 2 to that video. And I said, thank God I didn't, because it would attract more of them over here. Everybody kept coming over here, man. They was mad at me. They mad at Nick Jones, the whole thing. I'm like, boy, I don't care about nobody. I don't care about your moms. I don't care about you at all, dude. I don't care about no Nick Jones. I don't care about that, none of that. I didn't do this channel for that. I said, bro, this channel really made me realize how much I don't like people. I don't like Negroes. And I said, bro, sometimes when it's just your time, God will take you, or God just allows you to go. I don't know what you want me to tell you. That's why I told you, I said, bro, I was very careful with life, because I said, if daddy died, man, any one of us can die any minute. We never thought daddy was going to die, but he died. I said, if daddy can go, you can go any day, bro. Like, you ain't immortal. So that's when I started taking life a little bit more serious, because I said, well, if God would take his remnant off the earth, he would definitely take you. You ain't nobody. I said, he would definitely take you. So, yeah, that's why I said, like, bro, sometimes when it's just your time, bro, or if God sees fit, then God seen fit for him to go, man. He done did enough. He did this for 30 years. Like, he's done. He did enough. You ain't getting no more from him. And you ain't getting enough from Steve, so don't ask. It's not for you. The word I have is not for you. Like, I be on here spewing word, spewing I'm talking, and people be like, you preaching? I'm like, no, I'm not. Then I play it back. I'm like, oh. I said, hold on, I am kind of preaching. I said, hold on. I'm talking about, bro, I be talking up with scriptures. And I'm like, bro, I don't even like memorize scriptures that hard. I said, but I be bringing up scriptures that's relevant to what I'm saying. I'm just like, I didn't even read that scripture recently. I said, uh-oh. I said, Steve, they're right. Steve, be careful. Be careful, Steve. It's like the mantle will fall on thyself. Don't do it. I was like, no, Stevie, we have things to do. Yeah. But I'm glad y'all rocking with Stevie. So I could definitely understand why people thought something sus happened. That's what I said, though. That's what I was saying. Like, I could see why people would think that. Again, I always use this analogy. I said, if Jesus would have died in Pontius Pilate care, you know what I'm saying? If he would have died of natural causes, if God just wanted to take him there, everybody would have said they poisoned him, they killed him. Like, nah, they set him up, they assassinated him, but they wasn't there, so you don't know. So like I said, when you wasn't there, it's just like you don't know that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, like I said, when Nipsey Hussle got killed. They said that the government killed him because he was coming out with a documentary talking about Dr. Sebi, and he was exposing a lot of the industry, which maybe they did. I don't know. I said, but we wasn't there. We don't know. We don't know if he really had internal beef with somebody, or we don't know what was really going on. And I said, you can't just be so quick to just jump and assume. If you wasn't there, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know it might look like that, but if you don't got all the facts, you don't understand what happened. And that's why I say when I hear a story, I don't just run with one narrative. I said I wasn't there, so I don't know. I can't speak because I'm like, somebody might be totally innocent. But they might fit the narrative that they did it, but I'm like, they might be really innocent. They might have a criminal history record, but that don't mean they did the crime. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump to conclusions. And that's why I kept saying, don't lean to your own understanding. That's what the Bible says. Don't lean to your own understanding. Because when you do, then you're going to be walking around talking about Darby was assassinated when he was not. So you don't know. You wasn't there. So that's why I tell people, like, I get it. It would seem like it, but he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, if he was, do you think Steve would just be sitting here on YouTube talking? Every name that would have came up would have been dead today. They would not be here, and neither would I. So I'm telling you right now, there would be no YouTube and cute little talking on YouTube. Everybody that I can get my hands on that I heard that did that have something to do with it, they and their mamas would not be here. So believe me when I tell you, Steve would have slid. I would be sitting here on YouTube talking like, no, you know, we don't do that. So I don't even want to imagine that because I would not be here in front of y'all talking. Like I said, the get back game is good. Real talk, man. So yeah, that's why I said, like, if he was assassinated, do you think we would be sitting here just crying? Oh, y'all, we just on YouTube talking. We ain't talkers. We are street niggas. We do what we gotta do to survive. Right? We gotta make sure we gotta take care of our people. If somebody would have did something to one of us, you think Daddy gonna sit right there and just get up and preach? Daddy already said he would kill anybody over us. He said it several times. He would kill anybody over his daughters, over his wife, over his family. He would, and I would too, and I still will. So believe me when I tell you, we ain't gonna be sitting here and just, oh, you know, word of God on Sunday and just, it's okay. No, it ain't okay. It's not okay. Somebody family, boy, you don't disrespect people. You better be glad I'm gonna deal with you. You could have got Elijah that called out 2 she-birds to eat them little niggas, like, and they got ate by a bear. You feel me? A beating from Stevie versus getting eaten by a big old bird that'll bite your neck off. Like, you think of, like, well, you better be glad I ain't him. You better be glad I don't got the power of a man of God, boy. You would be smitten D right there. I'll split you in 4 pieces. If I had the power of Samson, I will uppercut you to the moon and back, boy. Like, I will honeymoon you. Like, shoot, no diddy. I said, boy, I'll throw you up there where the asteroid belt is. You'll never come back to orbit. You playing? That's why I said God knew not to ever give me powers. He knew not to ever put me in charge of nothing. Very tempting. You mean I got unlimited power? Yup. I'll just flick you by the nose. You fly up to the sky. Oh, I want 8%, man. I gotta go in and charge. Should I stay on the stream, y'all? Should I? Cause I don't know. I was just coming here to just talk funny, but y'all love me. Hold on, what he said? He said, I got some videos to send you. Is it Pastor Darby's? Because if it is, I'll watch it. If it's a video on Pastor Darby about somebody doing it on Pastor Darby, I won't watch it. I've never watched one of those videos. I don't watch people's slander because they don't know what they're talking about. That's why they don't get no views. So, you do videos too? No, I'll probably see some of those. Yeah. Anyways, don't mind little old me. I'm gonna take us up to the crib, and I'm gonna get my charge, and maybe I'll come out here and sit down here with y'all, man. Cause I always say I'm not gonna be longer here, but I like y'all. I really do like y'all. Y'all cool. So I told y'all to send me y'all favorite messages and y'all playlists from Pastor Darby because I want to watch them. I want to watch what y'all watch because he got so many, man. I don't watch them all. I don't really watch them because I don't have to, but I wouldn't mind watching them again. You know what I'm saying? But then again, scratch that. I got all his original, man. I'll show y'all when I get in the house. I brought back all his original things. Do I be having y'all rolling? I'm so sorry, man, if y'all at work and people are listening to me. I feel sorry for y'all children. If y'all have children around listening to me, I'm going to contaminate them. Make sure y'all have your headphones in when y'all ring your kids. I remember one time, Daddy, hey, what's up, Blissful? How you doing? But Daddy, I remember the first church, he had to say something that was more like grown up, but we was kids. And so he said, all the children in here, cover your ears right now. He said, if you're a child, cover your ears. And so all you could hear was womp, 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 womp. Everybody laughing. I was like, wait, what did he say? You know. Yeah, where should I start? I thought about starting from the beginning. Like, I don't even know where Daddy messages even start, man. There's so many of them. We was there every Sunday and Wednesday, so we didn't keep track of that, but y'all did. So y'all be coming, y'all be like, hey man, y'all, you remember that message where he was talking about this in Healing the Hebrew? I said, no, I don't remember any of that. I said, bro, I don't. Like, we did it so often, man. Like, I don't remember it. Like, of course you can remember because you just watched it yesterday. This is like over 5, 8 years ago. Like, we don't remember that. The weather's feeling good. I just got back into Texas like 2 hours ago. So it's actually cooler here than it is in Louisville. It's hot back home, man. It's like a heat wave there. It's not really that hot here right now. Yeah, your problem is witches. Yeah, he was big. He really got big off of that video, dude. That video always had like 1 million views. That was before Nick Jones ever did a video. When Nick Jones over the line talking about he made Darby. That's what he said though. I was agreeing with him at first, and then he said, no, I'm the one that gave Darby traction, trying to bring traction to their ministry. I said, dude, he literally gave. I said, dude, Darby I was already big before Nick Jones ever even existed. So I don't know what he talking about. So I was a clout chasing nigga, man, trying to steal somebody's shine. Like, boy, please, Darby didn't need you to get it out there. People would have found Darby without you, like they already have. And ain't no shade to him, but I said, but boy, get your facts straight. You didn't make Darby. If anything, Darby made you. Everybody kept coming over and watching him because of you. They watched you because of him. The only reason I've ever heard of Nick Jones was because he mentioned Darby. Everybody kept coming to me talking about he did a video on your father. I'm like, I don't care. People do videos on my father. I didn't even know who that was, man. They said he's a big time streamer. Good. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't want to collaborate with big time streamers. I don't want to collaborate with nobody. No shade, but just I don't care, man. That don't matter to me. So, what's up, April? Yeah, that's what the Holy Spirit made Darby. Nick Jones didn't. We don't know. We don't know. I didn't even know him, bro. The first time somebody commented on my stream, they literally commented on my piano, or it was my piano channel before this channel was big. And some dude said, "Yeah, man, somebody named Nick Jones did a video on your father." And I was like, "Who?" I didn't know who that was. And then it popped up on my timeline. I was like, "Is this the guy that people talking about?" I didn't watch it. And then the next time I got on there, it was talking about I got to take the video down. I'm like, "What's his problem?" And so that's when I did the video about Diddy. It had all happened to come in the same time. And so people was over angry talking about, y'all need to say sorry to Nick Jones. I'm like, for what? I don't even know who that is. And they was like, you got a problem? I said, I don't even know who this nigga is. I don't know who you talking about. And then I looked at the video. I was like, well, people kept tagging me. And they was like, well, go talk to one of his sons. He got it. I said, you better not send that nigga over here. You better not send none of here. And all his people came over here because he sent them here. I said, I didn't do this channel for him or you or nobody. I did this channel because I said so. I don't care about him. I don't care about none of them people that do that. I don't want to talk to you. And they said, well, no, if we want for Nick Jones, I'm like, well, good for you. I don't care if you know Darby or not. That ain't my problem. That's not my problem, dude. You said it like it's supposed to mean something to me. They was like, well, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. And then there's people in there fighting for us. They said, no, Nick was wrong. They said, y'all, Nick was wrong. I said, I don't care who's wrong. Steve don't care at all. I don't care at all about none of you. Hold on. Hold up. Let me get my charger. Because I'm on, 4%. Where is my plug? Let me charge. I'm gonna charge over in here a little bit too before I head outside. Get off the headphones. It feels so good to be home. It feels so good to be back in my house. But I told you I'm gonna be on here till 3 a.m. watching. Yeah, there's a lot of people that's trying to be stealing Daddy word, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, Rashad. You show encouragement. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other people, man. They just be weird. And so then they wonder why I said I didn't want to talk to people, man. Because I thought everybody that watched Darby was crazy because they kept coming over here crazy. What's up, neat boy? What's good, bro? But yeah, that's why I said they was coming. And Daddy kept trying to single us out on the conferences. Kept saying, hey, my son's single. I'm like, don't do that, Daddy. Don't do that because you're going to get their feelings real hurt. And I said, hey, nothing in my top. They don't know me. I remember the Negro Land when we did that. I think the first Negro Land conference we had was in Raleigh, North Carolina or whatever. I said, man, Negroes. No, that was a good conference though. That was a good conference. It was packed too, man. All his conferences was packed. And so then he kept telling all the women to come talk to us. And I said, man, well, it was never the Nia Longs, dude. We never got the Nia Longs that came over here and want to talk to us. Like, we always got the daggone, the Medeas. I don't want no Medea, dog. I want like a Nia Long. You know what I'm saying? Girl come on, hey, my name is, I'm like, girl, I don't care what your name is. Good to meet you. I got to go change. I'll be right back. And I would never come back. Well, what's for dinner, guys? Where we going to go eat? I'm like, girl, I'm just talking to you. Like, man, shoot. Girl look like a D-list version of Keke Palmer. Like a Keke Palmer wannabe. Oh, no. Steve, don't do that. That's mean. I said, at the time, well, I can't say at the time, but, I want to say I wasn't a big fan of white girls, but at that time, I said, give me all the white girls I can get. Oh, I said, I'll take the women as white as this rice. Yep, I sure will. I said, if this is black excellence, I don't think I want it. Oh, Steve, that's not funny. That's not nice. Nah. No, I was always like, there's some beautiful black women. They just never happened to go to our church. I said, can I at least get somebody that don't look like a dumpster fire? Like, man, give me somebody like, you can love God and be beautiful, daggone. We thought everybody in Louisville had to be, we thought if you love God, you had to be ugly, or you had to be like, not all that. Like, says who? Now, we have never seen Esther with our own eyes. I said, but the king chose Esther. That means Esther was a very beautiful, beautiful woman. Ruth was a very beautiful woman. It wasn't just no dumpster fires and no sexy reds. Like, they actually had some worth to them, and they actually had some good looks. The Bible says beauty is a gift. You feel me? So I'm just like, nah, man, we ain't got to just choose everybody because they love the Lord. Like, bro, like, we can still say no. We're not slaves. Like, we can say no. You know how many women try to come over here and do that to me? Try to come over here and talk about, well, I watch your daddy, and I'm Christian. I'm like, and? Well, does that mean we got a thing? No, we ain't got a thing, fool. My thing is, can you cook? Nope. Okay, we done talking. I don't want a woman that can't cook. You can't make my lasagna. And if you can't make my lasagna, I'm going to go find a woman that can make my lasagna. He said, come to California. I know, he said, well, I just missed it. We was out in California, man. It was beautiful out there. It's only in Kentucky, man. You get there and it's like, bro, these are incest children. Like, bro, these are children on the corn out here. Who wants these? Dudes be stressing over a woman in Louisville. I'm like, boy, you all wasting your life. You get 2.5 years. You don't waste it over this girl, man, that look like a Play-Doh character. Like, she made out of Play-Doh. Like, who wants this? I was like, bro. And so I kept saying, the women that kept going to our church, I said, man, that's got to be better than this, man. So that's why I never talked to a lot of women that went to church, bro. I went to like the library or people I work with or somewhere, somebody that didn't know us, man, because I was like, I thought that people that knew Darby and that were Christian was like crazy, because the ones we seen was crazy. Some of them was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's I don't know, man. And so there was one. She was actually Daddy tried to hook me up at the Orlando conference. It was one, man. She was from Orlando. It was in Orlando. And so she wanted, because Daddy said, talk to my sons afterwards. I said, Daddy, don't do that, because you're going to get their feelings hurt. Nope, I don't want to talk to them. And so he was like, talk to my sons afterwards. And so she came, and they was like, yeah, she won't talk to you. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to talk to nobody, man. But she was cool. But I said, I'm going to let you know now, Daddy don't speak for me. I said, Daddy don't speak for me. Some girl tried that years later. Your daddy said, nope. I said, Daddy, I told Daddy stop doing that, because he going to get their feelings hurt. And that's why when old Medea was standing there single, because she realized that Steve didn't want her, I said, yeah, you see, that's what happens. Like, that's why I told Daddy don't do that. He can get their feelings hurt. I said, girl, you ain't even my type. Girl, you ain't even my type. And then around that time, that's when it was, white people been going crazy. And so Daddy I came in the house one day. He said, son, let me talk to you real quick. And I was like, what? He said, now, son, I know you're a grown man. He was like, you can do whatever you want. He said, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, son. He said, but I would prefer you date somebody that's either black or melanated, you know what I'm saying? He was like, because I don't want you to get into it with these white people. He said, these white people are angry. I was like, when did I ever say I was with somebody white? I really wasn't. I was like, when did I ever say that? I never said that. He said, "Well, I ain't trying to tell you what to do." I said, "I know, but I never." I said, "I was actually talking to this my ex at the time. She was Mexican. And I was like, I'm already with a brown person. That sounds racist, but it ain't racist because I'm brown." I said, "I'm already with somebody that's melanated. She's Mexican." And so she was about to actually. That's when we was about to do our Dallas conference. Well, no, it was like a year before we did our Dallas conference. And so right, we was about to do our Dallas conference. I was actually about to introduce her. Man, I was about to introduce my peoples to Daddy and Mama. You know what I'm saying? And I was actually gonna introduce her that Friday, that upcoming Friday, and Daddy died on that Friday, bro. And I never got to introduce him. You know what I'm saying? And so we was getting ready. We was about to go out of town and everything, man. And then like I said, bro, got that phone call. It changed my life, bro. 8 years later, almost 8 years later, bro, it changed my life. You feel me? So, so yeah, it's been a tough 8 years, man. It's been crazy, but you still have a lot of good times, man. That's why I said one of the things we cherish about Daddy a lot is the laughs. Like some of the reasons how he acted, why he acted, how he did some of the stuff I said, some of the stuff he said, old childhood memories. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is hilarious because it's just like again, Daddy wanted you to live, man. He was all about living. So I said, well, he's gone, but we gonna live for him. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said I'm a comedian because we all joke on each other. We all do jokes. Daddy has some cold jokes too. He'll throw some jokes on you. He'll throw a roast at you. We used to do snowball fights. Well, we did snowball fights at first, and then Daddy was like, "I ain't your friend. We ain't doing that." He's like, "Nah, I don't want y'all gonna get too common." I used to look at white people like, "Well, they're out there playing catch with their dad." I was like, "They can actually be friends with their father." I was like, "Daddy," he was like, "We ain't friends." He said, "You go to school, you do your work, you go to church, you do the music, and then you come home. And that's it." mm, mm. Better times, you believe the possibilities. No, Stu, not right now. Yeah, church would be crazy. We had one girl at our church, man. That old heifer. Because then, like I said, after Daddy died, she wanted to start talking crazy. I said, "Girl, you look like a bowl of oatmeal that's been sitting out for 3 weeks. I know you ain't trying to talk. Your kids don't like you either. Nobody likes you. Try to talk about Destiny Ministries is evil." I said, "Yeah, we show evil. You been here since 2013. You been an evil word, you idiot." I said, "Yeah, you sound like the typical behavior from one of your type. You sound typical. Yep, one of them." Said, "Are y'all there?" Why y'all always say that, bro? I didn't even notice he said that till y'all start saying it. Everybody kept coming over saying that. He's like, "Are y'all there? Y'all there?" Well, you gotta say that, man, because people be sleeping in church, man. Yeah, go ahead and knock them for Miss Jeff, whoever this is. Boot them, please. That's just extremely annoying. I have people doing competitions. I never good, but I don't know what you want me to do about it. They be like, "Wait, do you know I can get more of his messages?" Yeah, on StephenDarbyMinistries.com. You ain't gonna get him over here. I'm not gonna release nothing. Oh wait, hold on, let me show you something. Wait, let me go back. I remember. I said I'm not gonna release nothing, and it reminded me of what I have. Let me show the people what I have in the Barney bag. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me see what's. I'll make sure it's actually. That's not even my door. I was about to go in the wrong apartment. Uh-oh. I see why that white girl got confused one day. She walked in my apartment on accident. Or purpose, one or the other. Hold on. I almost put my key in the wrong door. You don't want to do that in Texas. That'll get you kablooied. Let me show y'all something. Let me tell you something. Well, now that I got my lovely laptop that plays CDs, I got my laptop I can listen to CDs. I'm gonna be listening to these all day. Yeah, you can purchase them on the website. You can't purchase these bad boys though, but you can purchase everything else. Look, Daddy got worship. I gotta figure out what that is. Worship. And look, the old this thing won't even come out the case. Hold on. Dang, this thing's stuck in there. That's how old this is, dude. This thing's stuck in there. Check this out. Hold on. This is old, bro. This is when the church used to be called River of Life. It was called River of Life first, before it was Destin Ministries or Stephen Darby Ministries. Look how old this is. This is so old, bro. This is Bro, this is when we was at the first church, 770 Self Preston Street. 2003. Y'all see that date? 2003. Yep. Oh, baby, I'm gonna be listening to these. And then let's see what else. Wow, we have Roar used to do stuff called Roar. Let's see. I wasn't able to bring back everything, of course. I ain't gonna bring back everything. And then we have Relation. It's a CD called Relation. I'm about to listen to that. And then we have the good old cassette tapes. Yay! 2003. And then we got part 2, 2003. Ooh! I'm about to be occupied for the next several couple of days. I'm sorry, guys. I wish there was something I could do, but there's just not anything I can do about it. I'm sorry, Tony. I can't do anything about it. I wish I could help y'all out, but it sucks. Sorry. But how's Mama doing? They doing good. Mama and them doing good. Everybody doing good. But Steve is doing better. So yeah, I just thought I'd let y'all know what's up. She said, "Hey Steve, I am," you say, about to pick up the bass guitar. What do you say? Any advice you would give? I personally don't do bass guitar. Joe does, so he would know more about it. But you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't stop piano if I tried, dude. I literally was in the airport trying to go to my next gate to catch my next flight. And as soon as I walked out the gate, there's a piano right there. I said, God wants me to get on this piano. And I got on the piano, and all the white people came and started giving me money. And I said, oh, thank you, Lord. I will heed thy voice. When it comes to white people, I will heed thy voice. That's the places you want to go. You be joining, we got to go around Negroes, you be joining. No, Lord, I ain't going to Nineveh. No, absolutely not. I said, that white man with that dollar, because they don't just give $2, they be giving like $20 and $50. I'm like, oh yes, the Lord has used ourselves mightily. They was trying to hire me in the airport. I said, man, if I lived in Chicago, I would. I don't, but I said if I lived here, I would keep that type of money coming, just for playing a couple of notes that I do every day. So I'm like, shoot. Yeah, I chase after the Lord, man, because the Lord's the one that got my blessings in store, man. Like I said, He prepared a table for me in front of my enemies, man. Shoot. Yeah, they got stuff in the airport, the mall. They got all type of places you can go where you can do music, and you know what I'm saying. That's why I said I was playing in the airport. People was getting off the plane. That was the woman over there, man. A lot of people was. That was a woman over there sitting at the gate, and you could tell she was a white woman. You could tell she was stressed. And I was over playing something beautiful, man. I think it was the one I uploaded. I was playing a beautiful piece, and she was just sitting there. She was just like you could tell she was just enjoying it. She was closing her eyes and just like relaxing stuff. And then she would look over at what I was doing, and then she would just go right back to just like peaceful, because it was really peaceful, man. And so it was right next to a bar, so I was probably convicting a couple of them. And they were like, I can't drink and listen to this type of music. But they was like, oh, you play so beautifully. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I didn't have one Negro walk up to me and say that. And I said, maybe the Lord is calling me to do my ministry around white people. They care about me. Hold up. Yes, blessing the world one gift at a time. Hold on. Did y'all see that today, man? Yeah. That's why I told y'all, man, stay on your music. If you a musician, bro, please. Like, I don't care what you do, man. Most people, I don't think everybody knows what their God-given gift is. But if you're a musician or a preacher, you already got yours. You know what you are. If you're an artist, musician, or preacher, you know what yours is. So you ain't gotta have nobody tell you. But but yeah, God definitely uses music heavy, man. Like I've been wanting to get back into my music so much, man. Like y'all have no idea how much I want to do my music, bro. Like I stopped doing music for months and thought I was gonna forget how to do it. I come back better than I was before. When I did these live streams, bro, I promise you, I did not make music like I did. I never made music like it in my life like it. I never did that, bro. And I wasn't even doing music like that at the time. I wasn't doing a lot of music. I stopped doing music for months because I was trying to. I told you I was trying to be a streamer. I was trying to be like casting at them. You know what I'm saying? And so I started focusing on doing that. And I was like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna do it, which you can. But I said, but that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I stopped doing music. I forgot how to make beats. I thought I did. I got on there and started making beats, dude. Now I done got better at doing something that I thought I forgot how I did, bro. Because I'm just good at what I do. Because that's my gift. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely tell people exercise your gift, man. If God called you to do music, man, do music. You can do other stuff too, but I said I think it's nice to be because Daddy was a little bit of everything, man. Daddy was super hands on with everything. He was a carpenter, you know what I'm saying. He was also a businessman, you know what I'm saying. He was a wood craftsman. He owned businesses. Like Daddy was a businessman, but you know what I'm saying. But his greatest thing was preaching. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just who he is. You know what I'm saying. I do a lot of stuff too. I said, but my main thing is music. You know. No, I appreciate y'all, man. Like y'all have no idea. Prophetic. Oh no, I can't be ever. Like, I be like Moses, Lord, why me? No, no, Lord, you got the wrong guy. Like no, I stutter a lot because sometimes I do be stuttering. Like when I get irritated, I be like, well, you know what? You niggas go get your own prophecy. The Lord will take care of me. I'm trying to warn you, a flood's coming. You don't listen to me. That's why I said I couldn't have been Noah, boy. He's out there warning them for years of a flood coming. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you one time you don't listen. All right, good riddance. Like, you know what? I don't like a lot of people anyways. I don't want you on my boat. No, you can't come over here. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't trying to. Nah, don't say that because then y'all be like, Steve, you're another prophet. Don't do that. No, no, no. Steve is just Steve. But my music is prophet. I would say my music is prophetic. If anything, God speaks to me through my music. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to singing, like I can sing, but I sing more through my piano playing. Like I can sing on the keys. I don't know how it's possible, but that's why I play so good because I envision what I'm singing, but just playing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I said I got a lot. I just renewed my music license to where I can upload, and so I can upload as much as I want all year long for this price. And so I'm about to upload like stupid crazy, starting tomorrow. Stupid crazy uploads, dude. Like, I mean, y'all, we got some music coming, man. Like, and that's why I said, oh my God wants me to keep doing this, man, because he keeps bringing me back to this, man. And I said, well, look, God, I don't mind doing it, but I said, but I wanted to start taking care of me like everybody else's gift takes care of them too. I said, I see people that do what God told them to do. He takes care of them. I said, well, God, let this take care of me as well, so I can have plenty of time to keep doing this. Like, I love doing music, man. That's my favorite thing to do. When I'm upset, I do music. When I'm happy, I do music. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not feeling good, I do music. You know what I'm saying? When I'm at the best of my best, I do music. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, Rashad, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all support and watch me. You feel me? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I mimic a lot of my sounds off of singers, and singers mimic their sounds off of the music. And so that's why I said I'll be hearing music in my sleep. I don't even know the words to a song, but I'll hum it and I'll hear it and go play it. Don't even know how the song is gonna sound, but I hear it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I got to invest in my craft. I want to invest in some more sounds. Like I got better sounds that I want than the ones I got already. But this stuff is hundreds of dollars. This stuff is expensive. And so that's why I said, I'm like, Lord, I'm like, let me invest in myself and make a way to where I can start doing better. Because my music is already doing good. But I said, but God, I want it to be the best. Like I said, God, I would sit here all day and literally do this, man, if you let me. Like, literally. I love making ambient music, man. I love making music that's therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? I love making music that makes people day, that brings worship and glory to God. I love music that just it puts you in a good feel, a good state of mind. You know what I'm saying? You need something happy or you need something that's more, hey, I'm in my feels today or whatever. It's like I love making that type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can do that all day. I'm about to get a better laptop that I can take on the road so I can start making music. I was making music on the plane because I take my laptop. You can make music on the plane and people would be sitting next to me looking at what I'm doing. They be looking at me in the airport, looking at what I'm doing over and making beats. I'm over nodding my head, you know what I'm saying? And I said, I want to get back to doing that. I haven't did it in so long, but I said, I want to get back to doing that, man. Like making music on the go. You can make music on your phone, all of that, man. Like I want to be constantly doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's having fast as Steve said. Yeah, for real, man. That's why I said God to give you a gift, but it's up to you to work it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, your gift will take care of you, but it ain't just gonna take care of you overnight. It's like, dude, you gotta work it. That's why I said God to draw out the blueprint, but you still gotta go do the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I like about it. It's just like, he's not just gonna, of course he's a God of miracles and breakthrough, but he's like, dude, you gotta do something for this miracle and breakthrough. I'm not just gonna magically make it happen overnight. It's like he could, but then you wouldn't respect it. You don't know the struggle it took to get it. I know the struggle it took to get it, man. Working on this music is hard, dude. Working on YouTube is hard. So that's why I said, like, when it pays off, it's like, well, I did 2 years worth of this. So, yeah, it does pay off. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like this channel a little bit, because I did this for a whole year now, and it pays off. You know what I mean? And so that's why I said I want to start bringing more inspiration, man, for people to do their own gift. You ain't got to be me or do the same thing I do. I said, but you can do whatever you're doing in your own way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own gift. Eventually, I want to get back into drawing and painting. I love art. But I said, but no matter what I do, I'm not going to be an artist. I'm going to be a musician, because that's my thing. There's nothing in the world that I can do better than doing music. Like, everything that I've ever done, there's nothing I do better than that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said I'm like, just listening to other people's music, man, and seeing them get views, and they doing good, it's taking care of them. And I said, God, I want that to be me, man. Like I want to start doing stuff like that too, because apparently everybody says I have a sound. So I'm like, well, God, let that sound be global. It's not just local in Kentucky or Texas. Like, let it be global all over the world, man. Like, everybody all over the world loves piano music. Everybody all over the world loves ambient music. You know what I'm saying? And I said, somebody in China listen to this like somebody in South America listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is a billion person sound. You know what I mean? So yeah, I used to draw a lot. I used to be real good at art. I stopped doing it because I started doing music. I used to be good at writing songs. I can't write songs no more because I stopped and started like making the music. You feel me? I started doing that versus doing like everything else. I don't mind being not culture, but well, that too, but like, multitasking. But I said, but my main thing is doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's the greatest thing that I do, and I want to stick with that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, y'all? You say your daddy had that gutty word. I miss him. What's good, y'all? What's good? I know, I miss daddy too. Sometimes I miss that bold correction daddy will give you. Like, I kind of miss being corrected. That was the only person I did like telling me what to do was daddy. Like, I didn't like it, but I liked it at the same time, because it's just like daddy was real about it. Like I said, everybody else tell you what to do. You like, man, shut up. Like, make me do it. I guess being another daddy is like somebody else tell you something. You like, nigga, make me. Like, daddy could make you without making you. It's the way he said it. Like, y'all was never there in his face, so you don't know what I'm saying. But it's the way he would say it. You could feel the wind coming off him when he talked, bro. Because it wasn't like it was like out of love, but it was also out of like, I'm serious. You know what I'm saying? And so when he would talk, man, you would feel just the wind just like it would literally just like literally would hit you. You could feel the bass, like the bass would be hitting like your rib cage and everything, like like the vibrations and all of that. Like, bro, it was like real authority, man. I mean, you could hear him way down the street. Hey, man, like that's literally how it would sound. He would make everybody stop in their tracks, bro. He wasn't even talking to you, but the way he was talking to somebody else made it feel like he was talking to you. I said Daddy would have been perfect for the army. He would have been a perfect drill sergeant because he literally talked crazy. It was the way he could talk crazy because, most people talk crazy, like, I'm going to fade you. But he would talk crazy to where it's like, I mean, you couldn't fade him because he could fight. But I said, but you didn't want to fade him. It was like, okay, he's doing this out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way he did it was respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was called to do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't called to be like it. You know what I mean? Where my toothpick at? Man, I lost my toothpick, man. Dang. I know I ain't tripping. Did I just drop it? Yeah. I used to put it in my ear. Bro, I lost my toothpick. Dang. No? Oh, no. Here it is. It's back. Yeah, man. That's why I said like that. He wasn't playing, man. He was real. But even I learned a lot of music from him, but I never knew that I was going to be better than him at it. And so then he started seeing like I started doing. I was not a pianist, dude. That's why I kept telling you I was not a pianist. You feel me? I got it, y'all. It's right here. But I was like, I was a drummer. I came out the womb doing drums, man. They said I came out the womb beating on stuff, and they knew I was gonna be a drummer. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to church all the time and listen to the drums, and so I wanted to be like the drummer boy. You know what I'm saying? And I said I was never a well, gee, thanks, ruining my stream with y'all motorcycles. I was never a drummer or a pianist. I didn't even know I was even gonna do piano like it. I was always on the drums until like one day I started doing piano, and I speak. God speaks to me harder on the piano than the drum because I was cold at drums. Don't get me wrong. Go watch the old worship sessions we got if it's on there, because I was cold at the drums. But I said, but I was better at the piano. You know what I'm saying? And the piano just took over, bro. You feel me? Like it literally. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. No, 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 no. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. I know. Oh. Like, also, I went to say, man, the one of the women on the Mississippi Mass Choir, man, she old Mississippi Choir, whatever, she just passed away today, man. I was like, damn, I gotta pay my respects. They helped me get through a hard time, bro. Like Mississippi Mass Choir, man, that old time religion. Oh man, that was hard, bro. I love that song, man. That is my song, bro. I played that song like 200 times one day because I was having a hard day, bro. They helped me get through a lot, man. You feel me? Yeah, Mama Burks, what her name is. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mama Burks, man. She been saying, bro, she was almost 100 years old. She was already like 92, I think. I was like, okay, Mama, I see you. She lived a good long life serving the Lord. That's what I'm talking about. I said, now she get to do it in heaven for the rest of eternity. Good old Mama Dukes or Mama Burks or Dukes, whatever. I still call her Mama Dukes. Yeah, man. Shout out to her, man. They helped me get through a long session, man, a long season, man. That old time legend. Oh man. Oh, don't stop me now. Lordy, Lordy. I get up and just yeah. I love that song, man. Uh what ministry are you with now, if you don't mind me asking? So I'm still with Destin Ministries. I told you I'm Destin Ministries all the way. Stephen Darby Ministries. I just live in San Antonio now. So with me living in San Antonio, I still go to a ministry here all the time. And so it's a ministry that's called well, I ain't gonna tell you the name of it because then y'all gonna be trying to come here too. Like, nah, don't go where Steve's at. I'm in a place nobody knows. They don't know me here. Leave me alone. I came in one because I was going with this girl I was talking to at the time last year, and her people's invited us, and so I was like, okay. I never went to a church with my significant other, so I was like, okay, because of course I couldn't do it in Depths Ministry, so I was like, ew, like them girls there were just like, Charles House. So I was like, I'm gonna do it here. But it's a small limit. It's not small. It's actually growing. It's been open for like 2 years, but but the dude is like Pastor Darby, man. He been doing ministry for 20 years. His daddy was a pastor. He's a pastor too. And so me and him kind of click because I'm just like, he don't know. Again, he don't know who I am, but I got a lot of respect for him, man, because he was trying to reach the youth like Daddy was trying to reach the youth. He was trying to reach the people in the street like Daddy trying to reach people in the street. And the same way, he don't have the same like word deliverance like Pastor Darby do. Like the word don't hit the same. It hits, but it don't hit the same like it. But his heart is still of the same spirit that Pastor Darby's was. And I said, I can serve under a person like that, man. I can serve under that, you know. And so I said, look, as long as he loves God, man, he don't care about politics. He cares about God. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't care about older people. He cares about the young folk. And I said, it's exactly what Daddy said. And I said, I can serve under somebody like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Oh, you sang with for real? With the Clark sisters? Hey, I like the Clark sisters. I like living this kind of life. Dun, 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 I'm living my best life. I seen the Clark sisters in live in person, man. They was cool. In DC, I was in DC. I like living this kind of life. Dun, 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 I'm living my best life. But yeah, like I said, I told him, I said, because then I go to this church here. And so I'm a musician, but nobody knew I did music until we moved into this new building recently. And there was a piano right there, and that's always a piano, and I gotta do my thing, show off. And so people start turning around. They was looking at me. They said, hey, you was here the whole time and didn't say nothing. I was like, what? They was like, you never tried out for the team? I said, no. They said, dude, you are so good. They was like, bro, you was here the whole time and didn't tell us you did music. I was like, well, I don't want people to know who I am. I was trying to hide from that. You can't hide from Darby. You can't hide from that. Like, I said, and so they was trying to get me on the team. I said, nah, man. And so they actually was doing some transitioning. So they actually just have their team they got right now. And so they asked me, is there anywhere else you want to be? And I'm, shout out to Brazil though. But they was like, and what I do now, like I said, I serve anywhere in the house of God, anywhere. I don't care, man. Like I serve anywhere. And so I'm actually like an usher now, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm a greeter. That's what it is. I'm on a hospitality team because they said it. They said, you have such a nice smile. I was like, well, I know. And then the woman, she was like, yeah, you're very handsome too. So you would be nice with a lot of the faces and stuff. I was like, I know. That's like, eres muy guapo. I was like, I know. Like, yes, I know. Stop. Hold your applause. And they say, yeah, we want you to be like, they say you give off such a nice vibe. Again, they don't know I talk crazy like this because I don't talk crazy to people unless they deserve it. You know, people that come over here doing that, I talk crazy, but they don't know I do that. I say, well, I don't want them watching my live streams. Like, Steven, we didn't know you had such a mouth on thyself. Like, yes, I'm sorry, Miss Shirley. No, I hate for you to have to see that, but that Negro had it coming. Negro. But nah, I told him, I said, I actually want to be somewhere else. I'm kind of tired of doing music. So I said, I want to be somewhere else where I can just be different. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they was like, yeah, you can. And so, like I said, I greet people. I don't mind holding the door open. Like I said, I'm familiar with a lot of faces. You make people's day. You know what I'm saying? I said, it feels good to be on something else other than the music for once. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm wherever I'm needed. They don't need me on the music right now, so I'm going to go serve somewhere else. I'm not prideful. I'm like, I'll serve wherever they tell me to because that's what you do in the ministry. You serve. If they told me, hey, can you clean the floors for us? I'm like, yeah, I got you. Can you cut the grass? Yeah. Can you scrub the toilets? Yes. Again, Pastor Darby started off scrubbing the toilets. You ain't never too prideful to do anything. The greatest man of God you seen, scrub toilets. So believe me when I tell you, don't be prideful. You ain't gonna get no microphone. Nobody want to hear your word anyways. People don't heard Pastor Darby already. They don't want to hear your word. Believe me when I tell you, they don't want to hear your word. I don't want to hear it. No, I don't. No, never again. No, there was never another one like Pastor Darby. I don't want to hear it. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Yours is not hitting the time. Like I walked into his ministry and walked right out. I'm not going back to that ministry. Like after I've been on the Pastor Darby, I don't think I could listen to anybody else. And believe me, I don't want to listen to yours either. I've had that for 23 years of my life. I don't think yours is going to do due diligence over here, okay? I need something, I was about to say, I need something harder to meet, but I was like, that sounds extremely ditty. Like, daddy was all real meat word, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know I need something that's like carnivore, you feel me? Like, you got to be topping what he did. And I don't know anybody topping what he did, so good luck to you. Good luck to you. Yeah, man, Daddy cleaned up. Look, man, everybody starts off somewhere. Daddy was always a carpenter, man. He always worked. You feel me? Like he's cleaned toilets. He built walls for the church. He did all type of stuff, man. Ain't no shame in that. Shoot, we all start off doing that. Oh, you start off small, man. That's why I tell people, man, like, even though he got big, man, his last days, he was cooking meals for the church. I said, he can hire people to do this. He ain't got to do that, but Daddy loved to do it. And he told us, he said, this is the way I stay humble. He said, I'm still staying humble. I didn't understand what he meant by that. And now I understand. I said, because he was showing, like, it don't matter how big Darby get. He said, it don't matter. He said, I'm still humble. And Daddy always had a humble heart. That's one thing I can say about him, y'all. He never did this for show, man. That's one thing I can definitely tell you. That man was humble all the way to the day he died. I promise you, dude. He was always like that. So yeah, man, that's literally how it was. You know what I'm saying? What contract you want, bro? Read the fine print, because I'm gonna put a loophole in it you can't get out of. Yeah, and that's why I said Daddy is the reason I have a heart of a servant, man. That's why I'm so big on serving, because he taught us how to do that. Seeing him give money to people on the street, homeless and stuff, I was like, he ain't gotta do that, but he was like, sometimes God touch your heart to do it. And I said, you know what, that's true. And then that's when I see him and I start doing it now, because he did that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about community outreach just because, I mean, Green, when you young, you selfish. You don't care. I didn't know what that stuff was, but Daddy kept saying, he said, no, man, this is the way you give back. And now all I'm about is community outreach. I love going to the communities that need it. That's why I said, like, I don't reach people that I already know. I'm not reaching somebody that already got food in their house. I'm reaching people who don't got food in their house because they need it. I don't want to reach people that know Pastor Darby. I want to reach people who don't know Pastor Darby because they need it. You know what I'm saying? And so now all I'm about is service. I don't care if I had $10 million tomorrow. Who cares? I will still be out there working service. I will still be out there giving to people, man. I can do more with my $10 million, man. I could pay off so many student loans. I can do all type of stuff, man. You feel me? I stay watching his videos over and over. I told y'all, put me on his playlist, y'all. I'm about to watch some myself. I got some messages y'all ain't got, so I'm about to get deeper importation than you've got. So, everybody ain't seen this on YouTube. Y'all will never see this. I got the 0405 messages when Darby was never heard of. Boy, I'll tell you. The original messages. Hold on. What is it? My eyes like really hurt. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Is how you say your name? Deja? 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 I I know I'm a Negro. Y'all can't read. I flunked out in the 5th grade. Um, uh, mm, yeah, you stay serving, man. That's why I said just serve. Deja. Deja? Oh, like deja vu. Like deja vu. There's a lot of dejas now. Think about it. Y'all spell your name like 5 different ways. I like it. Simple. Yes. Well, Deja, I'm Darby. Darby, this is Deja. Everybody, this is Deja. Deja, this is Darby. Everybody, I'm Darby. Y'all know who I am. Everybody, Darby's my family. Darby is my father. You were like Stephen Darby, Stephen Darby Ministries. That's right, Stephen Darby Ministries. No way, Stephen Darby Ministries, Dim Down Dip Emporium. Like, yeah, that's right, Stephen Darby Ministries, Darby Emporium, Darby Senior. Yes, sir, that's me. Well, how'd it do? Dim a darn, like Darby Darn. Oh, Darby. Uh, oh, thank you. I will definitely keep up the good work. Because Lord knows there's a lot of times I want to do the wrong thing. And I always say, I said, no, what would Daddy do? There'd be times I'd be ready to give up. And I was like, what would Daddy tell you? I said, Daddy ain't raised no quitter. Mama ain't raised no punk. And Daddy ain't raised no quitter. Mama said knock you out. And Daddy said get back out there and fight. That's how we went. That's how we live it. Remember one time I was about to, everybody go through that. Like I said, when you talk to somebody. And so I was in love with this girl, man. I was talking to her one time. And I was upset, man. I was like, I was like, oh, it's just me. I said, but what would your father say right now if he was standing right here? Daddy would be like, Negro. I said, but Dad, I'm in love. Daddy would look like, boy, don't you ever say that again in your life. um, can you send me $1? Nigga, you send me $1. You on my screen. How is a nigga gonna borrow $1? Nigga, is you gonna give it back? Like, I need $1, man. The bills are due, buddy. I'm sorry, but like I said, I just talked a minute ago about helping people, but I need people to help me. Listen, I talked about EBT assistance. I'm trying to see if I qualify because I need some free money. I need some free food, dude. Groceries are expensive out this beast. Dude, I need to feed myself. I'm a family of one, and it's hard. Yeah. You know what? I'm offended. You should be sending me $1. By the time you do, YouTube gonna take out their cut, so I'm only gonna walk away with 62 cents. So that's enough to get a can of green beans. And that green beans is gonna last me one cold winter. One winter's day. I need money, okay? That's why I said, I'm like, listen, I love me a beautiful woman, but I kind of looking for a woman on government assistance so I can use her EBT card. I need to feed me. Shoot. I told you, I remember the other day I told you, I love me a woman I love big women, so big women know how to cook, they know how to eat. Shoot, Steve gonna stay never hungry. I ain't gonna never be hungry. Shoot. I do, man. I need me a Big Bertha. Shoot, Big Bertha gonna get me right. I tell her, girl, I'll never go out and cheat on you, baby. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna have a nigga home. She say, be home by 10, girl. I'm home by 9:57. You ain't gotta tell me no time sooner. I'm sorry, fellas. I gotta go. Big Bertha cooking. She cooking a tray of lasagna. That's all I want in life. The tray of lasagna, my big woman. No. Oh. If only I did have a Big Bertha, bro. I'm being so serious. I want me a big woman. I ain't gotta worry about you cheating on me, and I'll never cheat on you. Like I said, big girls need love too, girls. Girls like Beyonce, and big girls need love too. Okay, that's just how it goes. I know girls, they like Beyonce. Boy, I'm a person, I'm very petty. I stay mad, but if you make me a tray of lasagna, I promise you, I will not be mad no more. I was like, girl, is that a baked ziti bowl? Shoot, girl, what you trying to do? What you trying to get into? Shoot, a baked ziti bowl or lasagna, one of the other boys, gonna make me a happy man. Big Shirley gonna get me right. I'll be like, girl, stop about. I'm like, look, girl, I don't know if you the one until I taste the food. I'm like, you say you cook like this every day? Oh, yeah. I said, girl, what kind of red dress you want, girl? Like, girl, we will get married at the courthouse tomorrow. And you can cater the food. Oh. I need me a big Tammy. Hey, where my Tammy at, man? I need a Tammy, man. Oh, Tammy. Tammy cook a good hammy. Oh. Yeah, and she listens to Pastor Darby. I usually don't talk to people that listen to Pastor Darby because, something to be weird. But in this case, she loves the word. Daddy would do that too. Daddy would make you big back. I'm telling you, dude. Daddy would feed you with the word and he would feed you with literal food. I don't know how he did it. I don't know another man that had that type of love like anybody else, dude. He would literally cut you with the word, pat you up, heal you, feed you with the word, and then he will take you downstairs and get you a meal. Best food I've ever had in my life. I don't know another man or person that made the food as good as Daddy. I don't know him. I don't. Daddy used to make the meatloaf, the mac and cheese, and mashed taters. I'm talking about, boy, you was fat with the word and you're fat after you eat. Like, boy, you had the itis on the way home. You got to make sure you stay woke on the road, bro. How you get a good meal in a good word? You can't top it. You can't top it. I said, man, he used to do that every Sunday, man. Made the asparagus with the bacon bits. Oh, my Jesus. It was delicious. And then he had to make sure they was doing portion size. Negroes, they think it's free. So they be running up with 6 to-go plates. He said, nah, just because I bought 200 pieces of chicken on me, you get to take all the chickens? That's mine. Put that in the car. Put that back. Negroes be stingy. Like, nah, you gonna be stingy over here. One time they ate up all the meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and we didn't even get a plate. I said, Daddy, why don't you save a tray at home? He said, man, I ate all the food. I said, well, Daddy, that's why you got to save a tray. Negroes. They don't believe in portion sizes, man. They think this is all you can eat buffet. Like, they don't know you can't just eat up all the food. Hey, well, if a big back can make me a lasagna, listen, Steve, listen, I told you I need a woman to make me big back. I'm too sexy. Look, I'm too handsome and muscular. I need to be big. Because like I said, if you ain't doing your part, and we already 50 daggone, I still got it, and I'll leave you and go give me another one. I said, I need you to make me not leave. I need you to convince me you're worth staying with a long while. Even Daddy said a man loves a woman that can make some good food. I need a woman that's going to make me some delicious food. I'm Chimpo from Daggone Moonline. I don't really care what she looks like. All I really care is what she cooks like beef, pork, chicken. That's all I care. You can cook beef, pork, or chicken, or lasagna. It doesn't matter as long as it's delicious and it's hot and served by 5:30 p.m. That's all I care about. I would never cheat on you. Promise. Yeah. Nah, it's like 12. That's really 12, 16 here. Dang. Yes, the reception is at Olive Garden, man. I would spend $200 on Olive Garden myself. Since I was doing some work at Mama House Sunday, I ate Olive Garden like twice this week. So I was doing some work at Mama's house Sunday. So she was like, well, I'll get you a meal. She said, what you want to eat? I said, Olive Garden. And she said, well, I ain't going to go over it. She was like, so you go over it yourself and get whatever you want. I said, Mama, don't do that. Do not ever tell me to get what I want. I'm going to get like half the menu. I said, Mama, you know you done messed up, right? I said, you know you done messed up, right? I said, whatever I want. And so I said, well, I want a tour of Italy. I want a shrimp Alfredo, endless breadsticks. I want a zuppa Toscana. And I want some lasagna, 2 orders of lasagna fritters. I said, you said whatever, right? It's on your tab. Okay, thank you. Yep, sure do. You going to learn that day, Steve can eat. Love me a shrimp Alfredo. Any woman that can make Alfredo in my comments, let me know. I will fly you out to San Antonio. Coach, first class. No, I can't swim. No, Daddy, not the academy. Oh, no, Daddy, not the academy. Oh, my goodness. Bro, I need me a woman that can cook. I don't care, bro. I told you, I need me a 600-pound woman. Shoot, she ain't going nowhere. Like, girl, you better get in here and watch this movie after you made this shrimp Alfredo. You better sit down. I want all that. All of it. Girl, I don't care. You can lay on me, dag on it. Lean on me when you're not strong. Like, okay. Girl done made a meal, girl. I ain't going no daggone where. I promise you. To death do us part, because you ain't going nowhere. You ain't cooking for nobody else. I told women, I said, you know what, a driving nigga more crazy than you being in the bed with somebody else? You cooking for somebody else. I'm telling you. If you cook for somebody else, that nigga gonna lose his mind. I'm trying to tell you, dude. That would make me more mad, because I'm like, I would expect you to kind of talk to somebody else. But when you cooking somebody else, my favorite tray of lasagna, like, no, Nick, no, that's my lasagna. No, that's my lasagna. Only mine. You only cook lasagna for me. You know what I said to you when you made that lasagna? Be my bride. And then you making it for some other Negro. You just gonna take me? I can't get no more. He's like, I can't have no more of that. Like, that would drive me insane. Like, she really made a nigga a tray of lasagna. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go see Buddy myself. I ain't even one of the type of dudes that fight over women. But if I see she cooking for you, yeah, I'm fighting you in her. Like, yeah, y'all gonna get these hands. Like, nah, you can't cook for another nigga. That's mine. Yeah, I know. All these lovely white people out here asleep. Oh, well, let's wake them up. Let's wake them up. I need me a woman that can hug. Shoot. That would drive me insane. I don't care who you mess with. I always told women, I said, you want another nigga, I don't care. I can get another you. But I can't get another you can cook. You ain't gonna cook nobody else no other meal. That's mine. And they be making you mad, be like, yeah, I brought him over and made him some meatloaf. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to see you, homie. Yeah. You gonna have to feed him his meatloaf through a straw. Yeah, I go. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm serious, bro. I'm looking for a big back woman. Shoot. That's why I said Steve love big women. They need love too, man. We be doing them wrong. So, girl, I need all that, man. Cause you know the meal's gonna be fire, boy. She wouldn't be that big if the meals wasn't fire. Yes, sir. She gonna make me big. Yep, we're gonna be big together. We're gonna lose the weight, and we're gonna eat again and make ourselves big, and then we're gonna grow gray and grow big together. Yes, sir. But I like them. I do like to eat though, man. I don't know how I'm not big myself. I like to eat, bro. I like to eat a lot of stuff. Bro. That's why I say every woman I've ever talked to, they was never no stick, but they was always because I don't want no girl to look like no dude. Like I want a woman like I said, man. You gotta have some jelly rolls to you. I likes that. Oh, I likes that. I was like, oh yeah, her food got the calories I'm needing. I need all that, yes sir. Shoot. That's why I even talked to. I was talking to white girls and everybody else, and I said, "What do y'all like about black dudes?" And they said a lot of black guys like they don't complain about like women that got like rolls or stretch marks, like stuff that's natural. Like we don't dudes don't care about no stretch marks. We don't care about that. And they was like, "Yeah, they don't care." And I was like, "I don't care either." I was like, "Is you cool? You can cook, shoot. I like that." They was like, "Yeah, a lot of white guys don't like it." I said, "You know why? Because they want dudes that look like they want girls that look like little boys. They want girls that look like their image, the image of them. That's what they want." I said, "Nah, I need none of my woman big. Shoot." I'm like, girl, we coming like, yeah, come on in here and watch this movie. Come plump down on me, girl. Let's watch this movie together. And then for dessert, she done made a cherry pie or brownie. Oh man, nigga ain't going nowhere, boy. Nigga ain't going nowhere, boy. I'm gonna be acting like a 60-year-old man, and I'm 35. Like, what shoot? Like I said, it'd be one thing. She'd be like, "Well, I'm gonna go sleep with somebody else." She's like, "I'm gonna go cook for that nigga." I was like, "Girl, you gonna what? You gonna what?" Oh yeah, we'll see if you do it. You ain't cooking for nobody, dag on it. Dag on me, you gonna be cooking for me. That really would drive me crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My woman cooking for some other nigga, oh yeah, that would make me crazy. Like, I'm the one supposed to be getting that. Bro, it did. I told you the last person I was with, she's Puerto Rican, but she can cook. And so she was cooking my breakfast, man. To this day I can't have breakfast food because it reminds me of her. I said, "Oh, baby girl made the eggs so fluffy. She used to put the milk in the eggs and make them more fluffy." And she was so aggressive. She's like, "Go sit down. I got this." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sit down and watch my TV. Let you bring me my plate." She said, "No, I got y'all bring your plate." I said, "Oh, brownie points. Okay." Well, he's doing everything. Have to ask her for nothing. She'd be like, "What you want to eat?" I said, "Ask me what I want to eat." Okay. Yeah. She'd be like, I'll meal prep for you." And I said, "Well, let's go to the store and get it." She said, "No, I already got the ingredients." She would already have the ingredients ready. I said, ah, oh, this is a keeper. I thought, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm so serious. I really thought she was the one. I thought she was the one. Oh my God, bro. Oh, heaven and earth. I thought she was the one. I remember thinking, I said, "God, is this the one you have for me?" Oh man, she changed the nigga life. I said, "Oh man." Cause she said, "Yeah." She said, "I'm Latina." She said, "We like to cook for our men. We like taking care of our men." She said, "If they worth it." She said, "But you definitely worth it." And she be like, "What you want to eat?" I said, "Well, let's cook together." She said, "No." She said, "I don't want you in there." She said, "You go sit down in my own kitchen." She threw me out of my own kitchen. She's like, "No, you go sit down." I was like, I would go crack this cold one and go watch it on TV. Okay, you can tell me otherwise. Put me out my own kitchen. She put me in my place. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I would go sit down right now and bring that plate. Two big old plates of food. I would just look over at her. I said, girl, you know I love you, right? Bro, I literally would say, I said, you know I love you. I don't even use that L word, but I said, girl, I love you, right? She's like, oh, baby, stop. I said, girl, I'm about to take you to the courthouse today. Oh, I can't have eggs to this day, y'all, without being traumatized. It don't taste the same. I'm like, ew, these are disgusting. You know, white people like their eggs like super runny, like the yolks in them. I said, I don't want this trash, man. I want the Puerto Rican eggs. They were better. Oh my gosh. I told you I was going to be in here until 3 in the morning. I was not trying to do this. I was really not trying to do this. But I did. Yeah, I do need me a woman that's a little aggressive, though. Like I said, I don't want a hood rat, but I do like a little hood, though. You got a little hood in you. I like that. I like that, though. They tell you what you gonna do. I said, well, dad on me, maybe I will go do it. She said it, shoot. Said, I'm gonna pray that God said you're a right one. Well, tell God to send me somebody know how to make lasagna. She gotta be beautiful and she gotta know how to make lasagna. Yes. Like I said, even if she ain't all the way Christian, she might be, working on what she believes. We will deal with that later. I can help you with that. I would put you on Pastor Dark messages and we'll get you there. But if you can make lasagna, there is redemption for you. And if she know how to make cornbread, yes, all of that. I want it all of it. Yep. I don't care what color she is, as long as she knows how to make my tray of lasagna. That's all I want. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I want. I don't care about nothing. I mean, I've been looking for somebody that can make some tray of lasagna, but I can do that. But you seem to have the capabilities. Like, I was thinking my wife, hold on, wait, let me think to myself real quick. Here, little shit in there. But yeah, I know, something. She do make some good lasagna. Yeah, I said, okay. Girl, I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna marry you if you make lasagna. I don't know why I'm on lasagna so much, y'all. I think I have a tendency, a weakness for lasagna. That could be my Delilah in disguise, boy. Big old tray of lasagna, I'ma still eat it. Like, be somebody done poison your lasagna or something. You overeating it. Like, any last words? Like, yeah. Are you gonna eat yours? Can I have one more slice? Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, man. Lasagna will be Steve's downfall. Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, bro. Like, behind every great man's downfall is a woman. For Steve, it was lasagna. All this crazy talking this nigga did on live stream. He got taken out by a tray of lasagna. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh. He like the Lord was warning him, hey man, don't eat that tray of lasagna. It's not right. He still ate it anyways. Oh Jesus, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. That's hilarious. Oh man. Oh, lasagna. That's hilarious. Hey, Ranika. How you doing? How you doing, Ranika? Oh, man. Oh, man. I really want some lasagna right now, y'all. I'm not even lying to you. I really want some lasagna, bro. I'm like, really hungry. I ate all my lasagna yesterday. I can't take it with on the plane, so. Could you imagine that, though, being taken out by a tray of lasagna? Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I think it's way I'm like a toddler, bro. When I need sleep, man. Oh, I love. She gotta make hot wings too. If you can make hot wings, I like wings as much as I like lasagna. Shoot, woman, get me together, boy. I try to tell you, man. Shoot. What's up, 55 Z's? Is it 50 Z's? 55 Z's? What's up, 55? I'm gonna call you 55. Like Crip Mac, I'm gonna keep it 55th with you. See, I'm gonna keep it beautiful with you on 55th. Yeah, I'm straight. I just got back to Texas not too long ago, man. I literally said I wasn't gonna go live streaming, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it for a little bit to let everybody know. I went back home, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of chop it up. And I said I'm gonna be on here till 3 in the morning. It's already almost 1, bro. I hate when I do this, bro. Why do y'all make me do this? Y'all do this to me, man. Y'all make me literally do this, man. Then I be up doing this because y'all made me do this. I was like, then I be so tired afterwards, bro. Like, I really do. I be tired afterwards, and I be laughing because I'm just like, all my laughter's gone because I done laughed so hard on the streams, bro. Then I watch it the next day. I was watching in the airport today, bro. I was screaming in the airport. I was like trying not to be too loud, but I was screaming because I said seasoned Parmesan. What is a seasoned Parmesan? Like, what is that? How do you season the Parmesan? Parmesan is seasoning. It's like, I don't even know why I said that. I was laughing because I said, bro, what does that mean? I said, what does that even mean? Oh my gosh, man. Bro. Nah. One of these days when I meet y'all in person, I'm going to have a live stream. We're going to have a lasagna-thon, bro. Whoever can make the best lasagna, bro, be like my new favorite person on this channel, man. I got to taste everybody's lasagna, man. See how it is, bro. Bro, let me some lasagna, man. That sounds so delicious, bro. I'm hungry. Like, now after I'm done eating your lasagna, check my teeth. Like, man, your lasagna tastes like crap. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sabrina gonna hit me with some lasagna. Hey, I feels that. Hey, listen, if food didn't get mold, I would have you ship me a plate of lasagna. UPS, I will pay the taxes and everything. All right, you know how to make lasagna? Uh-oh, okay. See, I'm gonna have some little competition. She said, man, your lasagna was trash. Not the 79-year-old. Hey, listen, I told y'all that story out of confidence, man. If y'all not gonna take me serious, I won't tell y'all another story in my life. Y'all gonna judge me, man. Like, damn, y'all act like y'all ain't talk to older people too, bro. She was a fine 79. What's wrong with a fine 79? If she was ugly, yeah, but she was fine. Like, you couldn't tell. She looked like Angela Bassett. Like, bro, you wouldn't be able to tell. Angela Bassett like 60, and I would still marry that if I have the chance. Boy, shoot. 79, still fine, like aged wine. And she mine all the time. On the dime. Shoot. Yes, I told you I don't care. You seen, remember Atlantis, the movie Atlantis? Remember Keita, she was like 2,000 years old, and Milo was like 20, and she still looked good for 2,000. I said, I would date that too. I don't care. Still got it, boy. It could be the world's oldest woman, man. The world's oldest woman that remembers, let me think of something good. Well, I don't know. She can be from biblical times. If she still looked like she was born in 1990, I would still holler at that. Okay. Be the first man in the world with a 2,000-year-old. 79-year-old woman can cook. She still got it, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all be hating. That just shows y'all be hating. Y'all hating, bro. Dang, y'all got 79 woman can't even live her own life, man. Dang, bro. Well, I said, all I care about, at least she a woman. That's all I care about. I ain't got to worry about a dude that was he's a Christina now, but he was at first a Christian. Not Christian as in the belief. He was a Christian like his name was Christian. Now he's a Christina. You know, it's funny because he ain't never ugly. He never has blemishes, and he never has that time of the month. You're like, yeah, that's a dude. Yep, you got a dude. 79-year-old woman, she got a legacy. She got grandkids. Yep, she got it. Yep, I like that. Yep. And now she ain't got nobody to cook for. You got me, baby. You got me. I will take everything you like. Really, I ain't gonna tell y'all no more of my old stories, man, because y'all be judging me. I feel like y'all really judging me, and then y'all gonna judge me when y'all realize that one of them was white too. So y'all definitely gonna judge me. You gonna be like, look at this old coon, Uncle Tom tap dancing minstrel show nigga talking to like what's worse than a younger white woman, an older white woman. He's talking to one of those. I say, well, if you must know, Nosy and Snoop Dogg, she actually did treat me with respect. She made me feel like the empowered black man that I am. Yeah. As long as they love me, I don't care, man. Shoot. I told you it was something called White Woman Season like 3 years ago. All the white women and their mamas was coming after me. I promise you, they really was. They was coming after me. It was summertime, and I just broke up with my ex for like the 30th time, and they was coming over here. And they was coming over. It's like it's almost like they knew. And they was coming. I was trying to go out jogging and running, man. They was out there messing with me. I was trying to go to work. They was messing with me. They seen the arms, the glistening. They seen all of that. They was like, oh yeah. Joe was like, yo, they keep talking about you. I said, Joe, I don't know what they want. He said, yeah, they keep talking about like how sexy you are. I'm like, well, tell me more. No, I like it. Come on, keep it coming. I do need help, bro. Some days I think about just going to the halfway house and just checking in, checking in for a week. Oh, like yeah, I'm not crazy. I just didn't take my medication today. Oh, what are we even talking about, y'all? I'm talking about lasagna, and then we talking about senior citizens. Two things I love. So, mm. Yeah, I would. Well, I can't say I would never bag a granny, but it would be on my bucket list. Have you seen a lot of the older women in San Antonio, especially here? Like, I don't know how they are everywhere else, but people take care of themselves here, so you wouldn't even be able to tell. Like, that's why I say you can't tell Mama's 51 because Mama takes care of herself. So people here do the same thing. So there'd be women here that be like 50, 60 years old. You would not even be able to tell, dude. I was standing next to one of my homeboys' mamas, man, her, and he's like a little older than me. And I thought that was his sister. Like, I really thought that was his sister, dude. Like, she looks really young. And so I was like, he said, yeah, can you take a picture of my mom and me? I said, your mom? I said, that's your mama? He said, yeah. I said, bro, I could have thought that was your sister, bro. And so she's like, oh, stop. I said, so what are you doing after this? I was like, yep. I said, yep, Steve got him. I know how to get him, too. I start sweet talking you. I said, you didn't tell me you had a sister. Stop. He's like, yeah, reel him in, Steve. You cast the hook and reel him in, Steve. Yeah, we got you. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Look, and I'd be like, how old are you? And they'd be like, oh, well, like, maybe like 50, 55. I'm like, girl, you don't look a day over 30 years old. They'd be like, oh, stop. I'm like, no, you really don't. Because some of them don't. They really don't. So you start flattering them. I'm like, yes, gotcha, sucker. That's why I said Steve is the master at game. I just don't do it. I just don't do it no more. I used to pull older women, single moms, everybody. I pulled them all. I'd be like, girl, nobody knows how hard you out here working as a single mother. I said, girl, I understand your pain and your struggle. I start turning to Tyler Perry. I said, girl, don't nobody understand a strong queen like you. Like, yep. Knowing good and well, I don't care about you. I just want to see how far this gets. Nah, I don't do that. I don't play people anymore. Y'all don't discriminate. Shoot. Have you seen Selma Hayek? Selma Hayek's like almost 60. I was still there, though. Care about no age, boy. If you look good, look, we are all dark when the lights go out. That's all that matters. You still look good. You still got it. You can still bring it around town. Stevie loves you. Hey, man. I need a woman that's gonna get me right. Yes, Angela Bassett's on my list, bro. Have you seen her? The boys in the hood, bro. She was fine back then. She's fine on this show I watch. It's the way that's what I said. Even when she do her little attitude, man, I love it, bro. She do her little neck like that and do her lip like that. I said, oh, girl. And we got the same birthday. I said, honey, listen to me. I will fly out to Los Angeles. Come see you. The highest paid black woman on TV? Yes, sir. I want somebody like that. That's why I said she be rocking that shortcut. Oh, I love a black woman with a shortcut. I don't care what you say. I love a black woman that got a shortcut. That looks so good, bro. Super good. She can rock that. She don't need no hair, no nothing. I said, rock that shortcut, baby. You rock that shortcut, girl. Looking all good. Rah, rah. Have y'all seen on Black Panther too? Like she was fine in her. Even the other girl, the girl with the dread, like what's her name, Lupito or Lupito or whatever. She's fine too. They all be fine. Shoot, I just need y'all to be like 300 more pounds, boy. I need me a big one though. I gotta have me a big one, a big one with braces. They are so innocent, like girl. Like I don't pick her up, she pick me up. She carries me on the wedding day. Hold on. Hey man, I need to stop. I really need to stop, bro. It is past my bedtime. I don't have a bedtime. Just sometimes when the sun comes up, that's when I go to sleep. I'm like a nigga. I be woke all night, sleep all day, and then nighttime come, I wake up at night again. Yeah, I be seeing people that be doing that, dude. They be like sleep all day. They be sleep till like 6 p.m. How could you? Like, bro, what do you be doing with your life? I do love a shortcut. I like women with short hair, especially black women. That y'all look the best with short hair. I be saying that. I said, shoot. Love me a black woman with short hair. A shortcut like Nia Long? Yes. I like it. You know who I really need, man. I need me a LMA, man. LMA, that would be perfect, man. She do music like me. I do music. She beautiful. I need somebody beautiful like it. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, feelings. I'm trying to get booed up. Where is my LMA? Oh, I need an LMA, not a young ma. I definitely don't need a young ma in the LMA. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get up at like 7 now, man, because I want to do something in my life. Anyways, I think y'all heard enough of Steve's rant, man. What are we talking about? Hey, Mike, I think there's a couple of people that's trying to cater to your boy. Hmm. What is it, Mike? I do like women with braces, right? Remember I said that, Mike? I do like women with braces. Yep, I do. Sorry. Especially, man. I definitely love. I've been seeing a lot of that, man. I've been seeing a lot of black women with braces. That is so cute, man. That is really cute. Yep, your mama looked constipated too when she had you. Matter of fact, they took a photo of your mama when she was having you. She was looking like that. Yep. That's how your face came out looking. Yeah. Somebody's actually asking for the insult. Well, I never had anybody asking for the insult. I don't even know what to say now. I never thought I'd get this far. I don't even know how to insult somebody that's willing to be insulted. I insult people because they don't want to be insulted. Like, what's his name? This nigga name is Beep Bop 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 Boop Boop Bam. This nigga named his song after the Kendrick Lamar song. I'm on the type of stuff you wouldn't understand. Nigga, where you gotta go on somewhere with your beep bop boop bop? Beep beep boop bop beep boop. And the song Mr. Krabs listened to when he was counting money. Do 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 do. He said, "Can you play that song again?" Or beep beep boop bop beep boop. He said, "No, man. You talking about beep beep boop bop beep bop?" Hey man, I know who sent him. His mom. Trying to still see if I'm single. Hey, yo, I'm tired. Let me get up off of here. I need to get up off of here. We are not. This is not healthy for the environment. We're polluting the air with our niggerism. We have to stop. I hope I can make y'all laugh, man. Y'all be making my own self laugh. I love all y'all, bro. Like, I really do. Y'all have no idea how much I love and appreciate y'all, bro. Well, hello there, Australia. Hey, I asked somebody the other day from Australia, do y'all really got spiders out there like that? Because he said no. But then he said he takes the spiders outside himself. I said, dude, why would you touch a spider? What in God's green earth do you want to touch one of those things for, bro? Please tell me y'all don't touch those things and y'all don't live with them. I couldn't. I would just have to burn it all. I don't know how y'all do it. That is just the most atrocious, nastiest thing. So yeah, we have a spider called the huntsman. Oh no! Oh, absolutely not! I would have packed my bags today and moved. You would have never seen me there. Yeah, don't live in Australia with the spiders, bro. Like, oh no, yeah. They live as big as a frisbee. Do you know how big a frisbee is, dude? That is huge. Absolutely not. And they sit there looking at you like that, just with like multiplied 8 eyes, dude. That is the creepiest thing I've ever saw in my life, dude. Shouts out from Nigeria. Hey, I love my Nigerian people. What's up, Nigeria? Y'all us, man. You know, most African Americans or Black Americans are usually like 75% West African, usually Nigeria. So they harmless. I don't care if they fly and they shoot rainbow dust. I don't want them. I don't want any spiders. Anything that got more than 2 legs, daggone. I only like humans. If humans got 2 legs, so yeah, let alone that. Absolutely not. Yeah, shouts out to Nigeria, man. I was supposed to go to Lagos a long time ago. I never did, but you got to have a visa, I think, to get in that country. You trolling now? Y'all do not eat them spiders, bro. You trolling? You trolling, man? No, they really do. Over in Thailand, they eat those spiders. Y'all, that is disgusting, bro. I would never. I would go hungry before I eat a spider, bro. That is crazy. Yeah, I got like 75% West African, which is usually Nigerian. So that's why we most African American or Black Americans is mainly closer to like them. Like most Africans will tell you you're not African. You ain't Zimbabwean or you ain't Zambian. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be like, nah, y'all more of like that tribe over there. You know what I'm saying? So Daddy went to Nigeria a lot of times, man. A lot of people go over there. I've never been myself. I haven't been to Africa yet, but I heard Africa's huge. Like they do it a disservice on the map. They say Africa, you could fit everything in Africa, every country and everything you could fit in Africa. Huge, like crazy huge, dude. And I love them. I love how they talk too, man. They accents, they're like we are the rebel warriors. Like I love our girl. That soft set tradition. There will be no challenge today. Like, he said the Jabari will not challenge today. The Jihaba will not challenge today. I love how they talk, bro. It's just like so majestic. A rebel tribe warrior. Like they talk so like they have a understanding of who they are. I love that, bro. Like I love how they do that. Like, that's why I say I love a proud people, man. That's why I love Haitians so much and Jamaicans. Like they such a proud people. They represent who they are. And they proud to be that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They not trying to be everybody else. They love being themselves. So when you see a lot of Africans that say they tribe or something, because the Africans will tell you what tribe they from, and that's pride. Like I said, they take pride in that. Like nah, I'm Zambian. Or I'm Nigerian. I'm from the tribe of this or that. But you know what I'm saying? And I said, shoot, I take my pride very serious too. I said I'm from the tribe of whooping niggas. That's been running in my family for generations. Believe me when I tell you, run on mama's side of the family, run on daddy's side of the family. We be whooping niggas. That's why we got Chief Wanna Smoke and Chief Spin the Block. Chief Whooping Nigga. Yes, sir. That's my tribe. I'm glad I stumbled across your channel. Walking, you're calling your man, guys. I'm praying for you, and maybe I forgot a way. Please do. Hey, Michelle, listen. If you send me some lasagna, I will personally give you a shout out on my page. I will personally tell everybody that you are hands down the greatest person I know, because you went through all that trouble to send me frozen lasagna. I can tell you, Michelle, it's more than anybody else in here that sent me. Negroes want to send you a good word. They don't want to send you food. So I would definitely appreciate it if you done. Nah, I ain't coming to Australia. No, sir. If the spiders don't get me, the daggone kangaroos will. I heard the kangaroos drown people out there. They'll wait for you to get in the water, and then they'll drown you out there. I said, absolutely not. Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. I don't think I want to go there. I have enough. I had enough of that. It's called living in Louisville. Negroes try to kill you. I don't want no more of that. I want to be somewhere where it's peaceful. But today, we go to the natural habitat of the wild buffalo and the kangaroo in Australia. Crikey, mate, look at him go. Look at him go, mate. This species of lion. I love how they talk. I don't know if that's a New Zealand accent or if that's a Australian accent. I don't want to be racist because I'm like, I know they probably don't identify with each other, so I don't want to say it's the same because they might take that very offensive. They be like, what do you mean, you people? You all look the same. What do you mean by that? Because I know we do that too. We be like, we ain't all black, like we ain't all the same. So I don't want to do somebody else like that. So yeah, I don't, hopefully no racial, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard Nigeria is like super busy, man. That wasn't either accent. What was that, British? Oh man, I thought I was. I literally thought I killed that. I thought I killed that accent. And I thought I was doing a good job. Such an American. I'm such a dumb black American. Oh man, what's worse than a dumb white American? A dumb black one. At least the white one has good credit. The black one doesn't. I have excellent credit, y'all. My credit is $3.99. You won't be able to buy a car, but you know. You're able to, I don't know, you want to get along with that. Yeah, I need to start with these accents. That's one of these days they gonna jump me when I go to another state. Oh yeah, I go to Canada. Oh, so you think we're all sweet and funny, eh? Yeah, you like making fun of our accents, eh? Like, yep. They're like, we'll tell you, boy. We'll put you in, because you know they get free healthcare. We'll put you in a hospital for free, there, partner, eh? Like, what you think's got? People. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I'm glad you're sending money and not spiders, because that is the one way to humble Steve. Like I said, I talk crazy till I'm in a room full of spiders. Yeah, I will tell you where the stash is. I will tell you where the hiding grounds is. You can't get me in the last days. They want to find the real Hebrews. I'm going to tell everybody where the real Hebrews is. Like, nope, up there in the mountains in Montana. Nope, absolutely not. There's a secret place outside of Idaho. That's where we all hiding at. Yep, I can take you there. I can take you there, master. Yes, sir. You want me to tap that like this, man? Yes, I showed you where they hiding at. Hey, I don't love none of y'all more than I don't love a spider walking on me. Absolutely not. Those are creatures I do not think that God made. I really don't. Like, I want to believe he made them, but I don't want to believe it because I'm like, ain't no way that thing looks like as a God-given creature. That thing looks creepy. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. If you get to know me. Most of the times. Most people don't want to know me. Some people got a fade waiting on them. So, but y'all don't. I love y'all. Like I said, I started this stream hours ago. I was only supposed to be on for 30 minutes, and look, it's turned into 1 o'clock, bro. My vision is coming true. We had nighttime over here. So. Bro, I really do want to go to Africa. I'm trying to travel the world, man. Real talk. My sister used to be real big in Australia. She was trying to go to Australia for years and years because she was a big Steve Irwin fan. And so when I remember that when Steve Irwin died, man, that was terrible, man. She was hurt over it, but she was definitely trying to go to Australia, like because a lot of that with them. Yeah, rest in peace, Steve Irwin. Look, can we just take a minute? Rest in peace, Steve Irwin, man. I love that dude. I used to watch him all the time. I love that guy, bro. He was a good guy. You be on here 8 hours. I know. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so bad at that, bro. Like, shout out to Germany, man. I love Germany too, bro. I love y'all. I'm not gonna try to mimic y'all accent because y'all gonna have everybody after me. That's gonna be extremely racist. They're gonna be like, he sound like, I ain't gonna say the word on here because they might demonetize me. I gotta be very careful with a German accent because I don't want people to think like, oh, he's trying to act like they be like nine, like they be talking like yeah. I don't want them to think I'm, let's just say one of those soldiers. I want them to think I'm one of them, and I don't even know Germans. So. Yeah, I think they do. Oh, they still have a zoo? They do? Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, because I know Terry Irwin, and I don't know his kids. I see him all the time. I don't know. 9 means no. So that's what everybody says, like 9. None close to Fuhrer. Like they say, the Fuhrer? Fuhrer is how they say it? They say, I don't know any words in German, but it sounds super scary, man, when they talk, bro. It is scary. They're like, Nein, the Fuhrer! Not the Fuhrer! I was like, what? I don't want to go over there. That's a scary man. And then when they speak English, you'll sort of watch your step. Or they say like is it Russians that do that or is it Germans that do that too? Where they say the W's with V's, like what are you doing? What are you doing over there? I don't know. I really gotta stop being in here 8 hours, y'all. That's not healthy. I think that messes up my mental state even more. I done gave y'all all I got. After the stream, I'll literally be crying, bro. Like, this is all I got. Congratulations. Oh, this is all I got. Oh, man. But dang, shout out to Brazil, man. Like, got a lot of people all over the world watching me. Hey, see, they love Steve. I got somebody in Australia that loves Steve. Well, I don't need you niggas no more. What do I need a nigga in Mississippi for? That sound like Florida. With the crocodiles, we got a lot of crocodiles in Florida. So yeah, everything I told you, everything in Australia is deadly. I don't know how y'all do that, man. I feel like I'll go to Sydney, Australia. I remember I was going that name kept popping up because the white girl I talked to, her name was Sydney. And so it kept popping up. Everyone's like, I'm going to Sydney, Australia. Or where's it located? Sydney, Australia. Yo, that made me so mad, bro. Because I'm like, why you keep saying that name? I turned into Batman off of Batman vs. Superman. He said, you letting him kill Martha. I said, why'd you say that name? Why you say that name? Why'd you say that name for? I kept saying, like, why you say that name? Stop saying that name, bro. It was getting on my nerves. I said, Sydney this, Sydney that. Sydney's over here. Sydney, Australia. I hate that name. Like, yep, I've been told I look like LeBron James. That's the oldest one in the book. I wish I had LeBron James money. I wouldn't be here talking to you niggas. Believe me, I wouldn't be here talking to you niggas. I would be talking to the Kanyes. I miss the old Kanye, not the new Kanye. I'll be talking to one of them. I'll be talking to Justin Bieber, and Katy Perry, and Kendall Jenner. I'll be talking to one of them. All right, y'all. I'm done, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep in this chair, man. I'm sleepy, man. Why is it because I'm black? We're all good at basketball. You must know, yes, I am. Like, man, I'm so sleepy, bro. But yeah, I get a first inside look. I'm in Texas, so everybody watching all over the world, man. Like, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Australia. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Brazil. I'm gonna come and see y'all one of these days, man. I was supposed to go to Brazil one day, and Mama stopped us. Daddy wanted to go with us. And he was like, "Yeah, we'll go down there." She said, "Nah." She said, "Nah, Steve, you ain't going down there to no Rio de Janeiro." She said, "I know what they do down there." He said, "Missy," he said, "It's for my son, though." He said, "Come on." He said, "Missy, stop." He said, "It's for my son." I said, "Yeah, Mama, it's for Steve." She said, "Nah, y'all." She said, "Nah, you ain't going down there." He said, "Missy, after 20 years, you still don't trust me?" I said, "Mama, shut up. You're ruining my chances." I said, "Mama, I'm trying to get some Brazilians down there. You're messing it up." Like, I'm trying to get a Brazilian with a Brazilian. Oh, Steve, you filthy animal. You should wash your hands with soap. Oh, no, that wasn't right, Steve. Dag on me. Steve, don't do that. Hold on. Where are you from? Salam. How do you say that? Salam. I don't even know what that says. I know that's Arabic. Is that Arabic? I don't want to be racist. I don't know if that's Iranian or Arabic. I don't know. Like, I love those people too, man. Whatever country y'all is from over there, I love y'all too. Y'all get looked down upon a lot over in the United States. People over in the United States, man, they really like they make y'all out to be terrorists, man. That's not real. Y'all not terrorists, bro. Y'all are such good people over there. So you want to know who's the real terrorist? A white American male. That's who's the terrorist. Believe me when I tell you, ain't nobody more terrorist than a white American nationalist male. So, because believe me, they did it to us, and then they did it to y'all, and they did it to the Indians, and they did it to the Africans, and they do it to the Europeans. They do it to everybody they go to, the South Americans, the Mexicans, everybody, man. They mess with everybody. Hey, I'm gonna go to Germany. I said Germany. I'm gonna go to Germany one of these days. Oh, terrorist. You should watch your step. There are terrorists among us. Oh. All right, yeah. What y'all want to talk about before I get off here? Because I'm about to get off here in a little bit. I need to actually like go and eat and relax and watch TV. I've had a very long, hard day and week, bro. Like, hey, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do it to this clip, dog. To this day, I'm gonna do a clip today. Be like, so you still watch Pastor Darby? Like, to this day, to this day. Yeah, shout out to my internationals, man. It's so good to have international people in here and not my local niggas. I've been dealing with local Louisville niggas for 20 years. I'm done. Let's get some international. All the colors in the world. Uh, no, literally, it's been a hard day. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. They do have a, you know, Fanny Bandits. Nancy boy. Let me see. You notice I be holding this two-pit like a cigarette. I don't even know why I hold it like this. Mm. Yeah, all I know is they kept saying that name Sydney. I was like, if you say that name Sydney one more time, then I would get on TikTok, which I really don't do, and it pops up on the people you may know, and I hate that when it recommends people I may know because I don't want to know them. It starts with the people you don't want to know, and she kept popping up. I was like, yo, this is like really pissing me off, man. Like, why do they keep popping up, man? She keep popping up on my stuff. Sydney this, Sydney that. I would run into somebody else. I'd be like, what's your name? Oh, Sydney. I was like, yo, I'm getting real tired of hearing that name. Like, for real, I'm getting tired of hearing that name. And she kept popping up on all my stuff, man. I said, I thought I blocked on everything. She kept popping up. And then I would see her. I was like, oh, you're so pretty. I was like, I miss you. I said, I remember when that was all mine. I said, I missed you. I was like, I'll never have another woman like you. Like, oh, my heart is still broken, guys. I've never gotten over it. Nah. Oh, man. I really have issues I have to deal with. Before I can travel the world, I have to deal with my mental state because I'm still dealing with the spirit of niggas. So you go overseas, man. That's why I said people go overseas with that spirit of nigga. Some girl just did it. Went to Dubai with that spirit of nigga, and she thought she was gonna talk to them crazy how she talked to people over in Dubai. Yep, and they locked her up. And I said, "See, look at you, nigga. Now you're locked up. That spirit of nigga got you a year in jail. Look at you." I think they was trying to give her 1 year. I said, "Well, look, I know that's kind of crazy, but you got to remember, when you in somebody else's country, man, you got to respect their rules, dude." I said, yeah, you can talk crazy to an American man all day because them niggas are simps. Them niggas over there are not simps. They don't play that when it come to women. So they don't care because you're an American woman. They will lock you up. You ain't even allowed to even talk to the men. Mama and daddy went to Dubai. Mama wasn't even allowed to talk to the men. Well, first off, because daddy wasn't going to let her. And then second of all, they not really allowed to talk to men over there because, you know, it's a big Muslim country. They don't do that. And she thought she was going to go off on one of them like that, and they locked that nigga up. And I said, yep, look, it don't work like that now. Yeah, ain't no nigga running to your aid. I told her, I said, nah, keep her. Keep her. You can have her. I won't. I ain't paying her ransom. I won't give you $1. Absolutely not. You keep her. That spirit of nigga gonna get you in trouble, boy. Go to Russia and be a spirit of nigga. Yup, and they gonna show you what they do to niggas. They don't have a lot of niggas over, but they gonna show you what they do to the very few they got. Gonna put you in a holding cell, ice cold freezer for 7 hours. They don't care about you being Hebrew. They don't care what you is. Y'all better learn to have some respect, boy. That's why I said go to, and that's why Americans got that bad. They go in everybody else's country and they think they're gonna talk crazy to people. And I said, nah, man, you gotta learn how to respect people, man. Because I said people getting tired of Americans, man. They gonna start meatloafing you fools, turning y'all into meatloaf, bro. You better stop. I said definitely go to Haiti. You go to Haiti over there, boy, they gonna make some human stew out you, nigga, and serve you up on a Friday afternoon, boy. They do not care about you. They gonna serve you with a chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Yep, they don't care about you. Gonna talk crazy to the wrong Haitian boy. He just happened to carry a small, extendable machete. Yeah. Gonna cut you up and throw you on the grill. Haitians are good people, but they savage, boy. Listen, they are savages. I would never get on the Haitian bad side. If it's two people I wouldn't mess with, it's Russians and Haitians. I would never get on their bad side. They will do some stuff to you. Literally, they would do some stuff to you. Russians will break your body in 5 different ways, and Haitians will cut you up in 5 different ways. They don't play, man. better have some respect. I'm good in any land because I respect people, man. I don't care. All right, y'all. It's 1 in the morning. I really need to stop. Stop it. Making me stay up, y'all. I'm done. I'm so tired and sleepy, man. But I just love my people, man. I love my people worldwide watching, man. Because this is a worldwide international channel, man. This is what we do over here. Like, that's why I said I'm trying to go over to Iraq, man. I'm trying to go to Iran. Like, it's not all bad on the media like they show y'all, man. And I even asked people that was over there. They was like, the media shows y'all one side. They don't show you. When you hear of Iraq, what do you think of? Suicide bombers, terrorists, people blowing stuff up, Muslims, they hate Christians all day. That's what you think of. They don't show you the good sides of that. They don't show you. And they all say it's like Chicago. They said it's like Chicago. Good places you go and good places you don't go. Like, or bad places you don't go. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you don't walk in the mountains over there because that might be where the Taliban is. Well, I said, but if you go to the city, they got cities and civilized people. Everybody ain't savages. Everybody's not broke and everybody's not desperate, man. They don't do that stuff. Then people be having more money than us. They currency's about to be worth more than the American dollar pretty soon. The American dollar's falling every day. That's why I said I'm about to do a lot of traveling, man. I've been trying to go over there for years. I've been trying to go to India, man. I've been trying to go all type of places, dude. Shout out to Iran, man. Hey, I'm gonna come to Iran, man. Cause you know Iranians are Persians, man. They the modern day Persians. But if you look in the Bible, that's why I said Iran was in the Bible too. You know what I'm saying? They was all over there with the Prince of Persia that was in Iran. I believe that was in Iran. Like when you think about that, man, this is history, man. Like that's a lot of history. I try to think of who the people were before they get the modern day terms. Like before you hear Iranian, they was Persian. You know what I'm saying? Before you hear what's the people? Um well, Egyptians were always Egyptians, you know, but they basically was African, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you hear of the modern day African American, it was the Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear of that type of stuff. Like those are who the people were. When you hear of the Aztec and Mayans, they the modern day Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like the Incans are the modern day people from Peru. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own who they modern day is. You know what I'm saying? So I like to study the culture, man, and the history. You know what I'm saying? Those places, man. That's why I said I want to go there, man, because a lot of those places are biblical, man. You know what I'm saying? Ibram, is that place in is that Babylon? If I'm not mistaken, is that wall or is that the Ice Star Gate? I'm thinking of something else. I might be thinking of something else. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see that too, man. Because before Egypt was Babylon, remember? And then Egypt copied Babylon, and then Babylon, and then I think it was Rome, Greece or Rome copied Egypt. Like they all just copy each other and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it all leaves a timeline. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I love history. I'm a big nerd when it comes to history, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. I've heard that, but I don't know if they really are the Ishmael people. I have no idea. I'm not that good at history though, but yeah, I'm interested in that, man. That's why I said I love like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of beautiful places over there, man. I want to see a lot of that, bro. And that's why I said they say the same thing with the remember back in when they was talking about Saddam Hussein, they kept saying he's a dictator, he using weapons on his people and stuff. And I said they don't really tell you the full story. I said it's the same thing when they talk about Gaddafi. Gaddafi over, I think in Libya, they was like he's using weapons on his people of mass destruction, and he's a terrorist and all that. I said they didn't tell you that Gaddafi was about to back up his money. He was about to drop the U.S. I think it was the U.S. dollar or the world currency. He was about to back up the whole African currency with his gold. He had a lot of money, and he was about to back it all up with the gold. And before they did, they killed him. You know what I'm saying? There was soldiers that went over. They said, yeah, I know somebody that was a soldier that was over. They was like, yeah, they said he had gold. They was watching all his gold, just gold for gold for gold for gold. That's why I said, like, they don't tell you the full story. We listen to the American media. They tell you what they want you to hear. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you the full thing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said I want to hear from other people's mouths, man, the history. Because you know, these other people got the architects of Jesus. Like I said, Muslims, they know about Jesus. They believe Jesus was real. They don't believe he's the son of God, but they believe he was real. He existed. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a lot of these architects and scripts, not scriptures, but like what's the word, man? I guess documents or whatever, documented evidence. You know what I'm saying? They got stuff over there that we wouldn't know about. And to them, it's probably public knowledge, but to us, we don't know because we ain't never been. We Americans, so we dumb. We don't know nothing except what they tell us. So that's why I'm like, no, I want to go over to the original lands where the original peoples is and listen to them and what they think. Like it's nice to meet a Christian that's in the same country as me, but it's also nice to meet a Christian from China. You know what I'm saying? Meet a Christian from Africa, places that they told you was savages. That's all communism, or everybody's voodoo and jungle bunnies. Like you meet somebody that love your Lord and Savior like you love them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I want to meet people all over the world. That's why I say this channel is very multicultural, man. I hope I draw a big multicultural audience, man, because I want to learn about other people's cultures, bro. I have a big obsession with other people's cultures, bro. You know what I'm saying? Steve loves the people, whatever color. I love my people. Don't get me wrong. I love my black folk. But I also have a heart for the people, man. God told me to love, and I love everybody. God ain't forgot about his people, but I said, I still, my job is to love, you know what I'm saying? And I said, when I see somebody that has a different skin color as me, it don't mean that they different than I am. It just means they have different cultures, but we all the same, man. We all bleed red. You know what I'm saying? We all got a soul. God want us all to receive him before we die. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all still people, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be Chinese people in heaven. There's gonna be white people in heaven. There's gonna be black people in heaven. There's gonna be all type of people that's in heaven of all different races, man. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be a lot of Chinese in hell, and there's gonna be a lot of blacks in hell. There's gonna be a lot of whites in hell. There's gonna be a lot of people, like I said, like it doesn't matter about your color, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do think as an identity crisis, yes, it does matter for identity purposes. But when it comes to salvation, no, it doesn't. So that's why I tell people you know, like I said, it says treat the stranger as a kind man. Like I said, treat him as a kind man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the way they doing the Mexicans here, the way they doing the foreigners here in the United States is wrong. It's like you don't treat them like that, man. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You treat people with kindness. You don't go on somebody else's land and rape them and kill all their people and then tell them that they not welcome here. Like that's so messed up. I don't know. I've actually never read the Quran. But like I said, a lot of they tabloids. Like I said, I talked to a girl that was Muslim, and she was like, they story is kind of the same as like it's all like it's almost like a copy and paste. Like they all kind of say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But they believe, like I said, they believe a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Muslims read the Bible. They really do. That's why my friend was saying she got a Muslim friend, and he was knocking Christians, man, because the Christians didn't know their own words. So he was asking them about scriptures. He wasn't telling like he didn't know any of that, man. And he was sitting there laughing because he said, "You Christians don't even read your own Bible." He said, "We read them." He said, "Y'all don't though." He said, "Y'all don't know the words. So when somebody debating with you, you don't know what you're talking about." And so somebody's smoking you at your own religion. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know. So yeah, I'm very multicultural, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the people, man. I'm all for the people. So shout out to my different cultures all over the world, man. Just know Steve love you. I ain't never met you, but I love you, man. It's crazy how y'all can watch me overseas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like little bitty old me from Louisville, Kentucky, the crappiest city in the United States, the crappiest city in the world, honestly. And y'all watch me, man, literally from countries I didn't even know was real. I had somebody talking about I think they was from like Uzbekistan or something. I don't even know what that is. And I was like, people literally be watching. I'm like, that's crazy, dude. Like, I said, they literally know, like, they be watching. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube, they'll post myself on the algorithm where they at. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jones? I was just about to get out for it, Jones. I'm so sleepy, man. I ain't went to sleep yet, dog. But I'm just talking to the people, man, chatting it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to get off of here, man. Honestly, I keep saying that, and I'm literally like still on here, bro. But I'm so sleepy, man. Oh, I've been up so early this morning taking care of. Yeah, man. Yeah, that Darby reach. Well, I'm gonna tell you now, Darby's about to get some Z's, so I need to go sleep, bro. I'm so tired, bro. I don't know. But y'all know I love y'all, right, man? I love y'all. I love my black people. I want y'all to know that, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I make jokes a lot, and y'all know I be joking, some of y'all. But I'm like, but y'all know I love my black folk, man. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be black no matter what I do. So I'm gonna let people know, like, but at the same time, it's like, bro, listen, I love everybody that God ordained me to love. You know what I'm saying? I love my neighbor, whatever color they might be. You know what I'm saying? So now, if my neighbor try to come over and talk crazy, I will fade you. I will tell you, I love you, but I'll fade you. But don't come over here right. Don't come over wrong. I will do something to you. But yeah, man, I love y'all. I'm about to get up off of here, bro. It's been a night. It's been a day. Y'all stay. Y'all don't stay trippy. Please don't be trippy. We don't want to be tripping off no shrooms, dude. We do none of that. Um, I don't know what I'm saying. I be wanting to get off, but then I don't. I don't know, man. I love y'all. I love being here with y'all, man. I love talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, do I have anybody else all over the world watching before I get off? Like, if I do, like I said, shout your city out before I end the stream, bro. Good night, Crystal. I'll catch you later. I'm about to fall asleep in this chair, boy. I'll sleep outside. Won't nobody walk up on me because they know they're gonna get beat up. I ain't got my Glock on me right now, but I got this toothpick. This toothpick is good enough, daggone. I'll turn this into a lethal weapon. Shank you 120 times. Hit that medulla oblongata. Yep, sure would. Man, I come over here. Hmm. Do y'all be changing y'all picture profile? Some of y'all be coming in. I'm just like, who's this? I know the name, but y'all picture profile be different. Y'all picture profiles are so small from here. It's hard to see that, man. Good night, Sabrina. I'll catch you. Y'all silly, man. Why do y'all watch Steve? Why do you watch me, man? I'm not that handsome or entertaining. Maybe. I don't know. No, y'all. This is gonna be the last live stream for a good minute because I really need to take a break from this social media stuff, man. I'm getting tired of it. I'm just too handsome. I'm too handsome. I need to take a break from my own self. Oh. So you see Kenneth Copeland. Kenneth Copeland is crazy. What I'm gonna say before I leave. Kenneth Copeland is crazy, dude. Like that is one nigga I know that's just like, he's like a white man I would want to try. Cause he looks like he can have you murdered. He looks crazy. He always looks like that. He's like, listen now, the Lord will do something mighty. You understand what I'm saying? God will touch you in ways you never been touched before. He looks so crazy. I'm like, I would not mess with that, man. He would literally kill you. Hey, man. Somebody was talking about, well, what you do with all the money? He said, well, listen here, young lady. And he was getting mad. He said, listen here, young lady. Don't you despise what the Lord's going to do. I was like, what you mean? I would have been like, what would you mean? I would have been scared, checking the watch, like checking my heart rate. Like, what did he just pray over me? Like, bro, he looked crazy. He said, COVID-19. They said, COVID-19. He said, the breath of God defeats you. The breath of God defeats you. COVID-19. He said, oh my God. It's the way he blew. I said, yo, this guy is creepy. I said, he is creepy, man. I would not leave my children alone in the room with this guy. I'm like, he is creepy. He just come out looking like that. Like, bro, why you gotta look so enthusiastic, bro? Like, should we call somebody? Like, dang, bro, you look crazy. I'll stick with Joe Osteen. Thank you. I'll stick with Pastor Darby. I'm good. I'm good. Hey, man. I'm done, y'all. It's been real. I love all y'all, man. I love all y'all. It's time to go to bed. This Kendrick Copeland gonna make me stay up. I'm scared now. I gotta go pray before I go to bed. I'm gonna get up off here, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all probably never. So, just have your notifications on and dag on me. I'll go live when I go dag on live. So, yeah. We out this beach, y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And I'll catch y'all. And stop watching Kendrick Copeland. Stop watching Steve too. It ain't gonna be no good for you. Anyways, y'all, we out here. Good night, y'all. Love y'all.